just because look, just because we were talking about this other thing, the first time I ever went to jail was at a Waffle House. Not a Waffle House, IHOP.
How many times have you been to jail?
Twice.
What'd you do?
They connect. So bro, IHOP. That's the reason I don't like going to IHOP. That's where I went to jail. That's where I got arrested the first time.
You gotta tell me how this happened.
We were just there were a group of friends. I was 19. We were just rowdy, And there was this old white couple. They called the cops on us. They said we were too loud.
What?
They were like, so we were leaving, and we didn't know the cops were there for us, but we just saw the cops, and they started like questioning us. And one of my friends was asleep in the car. And then they were trying to get him out the car. And then me, I seen a YouTube video about rights, you're not allowed to do that. You need a warrant to get in the car. I was,
you did that shit?
I was like, you're not allowed to do that to the cop because he was trying to get my free. He was asleep in the car. And then,
damn, at 19, that takes some balls.
Bro, the lady, there's this chick, it was in Cedar Hill. She took out a gun. And then there was this African cop. He wasn't black. He was African. He was like, you need to shut up. Like, he was like really like that, like big accent. He took out a taser and he was just like, bro, you need to shut up. And I was like, whoa. I didn't even know what was going on. And then like this dude grabbed my neck from the back and I ducked. And right when I ducked, he flipped over me. The other cop, he flipped over me. And then that's when they all tackled me and arrested me. I was like, oh, it was like just like an instinct. Like he grabbed my neck tried to put me in a headlock and I ducked and he flipped over me. And they all just kind of jumped on me.
Looking back on it, do you think you were being a little wild?
Well, I got arrested for drinking as an underage. Okay. I got put in jail for that, and I got hogtied in the car like that. And
how long were you in jail?
Like 2 days, a day and a half, 2 days, till I got bailed out. But it's because that was a Saturday night. I couldn't get out till Monday. Anyways, I went to court, and I was dating a girl at the time. Her dad had a law firm, and I went to go talk to them, and if I can get some counsel, and they're like, since we know you, since you're like family, we'll only charge you $4,000. I was like, I'm 19, bro. I had like $40 to my name. And anyways, I went to court. I beat the case because they never breathalyzed me. They never read me my Miranda rights. Yeah. And I highlighted all the little key points in the case, in the docket. And I won the case. So I got my money back for for the bail and all that. And then...
So they gave you, so the $4,000 you didn't have to pay, or you still had to pay it?
No. The attorney was like, hey, I can help you with this case. I can represent you. I'll just charge you $4,000. That's like nothing. Yeah. And I was like, $4,000? I was 19. I was a freshman.
Yeah, that's huge money when you were a kid.
Yeah, I was at UNT. It was like my second year. But yeah, anyways, a year passes. I'm transferring to Texas State to go look at apartments. I'm about to drive. I pick up my homie in DeSoto. I'm driving down Beltline. I get stopped for an illegal U-turn. The cop is like waiting the car. So I'm waiting, like 20 minutes pass by. That same African cop comes.
No way. Oh, no.
And then they say that my insurance is not, that my car's not insured, that the insurance that they have is Hector Sifuentes, which is my dad. His name's also Hector Sifuentes. And they arrest me for not having my insurance, which that was the insurance for the car. But we have the same name. Yeah. It's some bullshit. I ended up going to jail.
Was he like, dude?
Oh, he knew me. He's the one that drove me to the jail.
How much longer after was it?
Almost a year and a half. It's because they were embarrassed at the jail at the court. They both went because usually the cop doesn't go to the court, but they went, and I beat the case because I did it by jury. I won the case, and I kind of just looked at him like, yeah, you fucking, and they, and they ended up getting the last laugh. They took me to jail for that insurance stuff. I got out, and then I did the whole court thing again, and I got it dismissed again. It was just like a waste of time.
Yeah, that is a bummer.
But I remember, man, being in jail sucks, man. I can't even brag about it because those you can't brag about going to jail for a misdemeanor, bro.
Yeah. Because it's just like a small cell when it's just like a jail, not like a prison, right?
Yeah, you're in the city jail. I mean, there's some people that are about to get thrown into like
heavy duty.
So the first time I was there with a friend, because he got arrested too when he was there with me. He was good too, but the second time I was with some random dude. And I just gave him my sandwich, and we talked, and then that was they were super chill, But Yeah, that's why I like Waffle House better than IHOP, bro.
It's like, what are you in for? I killed a guy. It's like, oh.
I did a U-turn.
Yeah, it was a bad U-turn. That's crazy. And we're in the same place. That's nuts.
All because of IHOP, bro. If I had gone to Waffle House, that's why I haven't been to IHOP. You know, I haven't stepped in an IHOP since that day in 2014.
Damn, IHOP screwed you.
Yeah, Waffle House.
What about a Denny's?
I'd rather go to Denny's.
Really?
But I'd rather go to Waffle House before Denny's.
I have a bad perception of Denny's. I just feel like it's kind of the shittiest one.
You know what? I seen that My dad used to love going. He still loves going. I used to go with him growing up, and I would always be like, "Damn, hell yeah!" You know, you can smoke. You smell like cigarettes, and like,
it's a pool hall. Like, yeah. This place is sick.
And I always liked it. And then I heard about IHOP, which was like the more bougier one, right? But then now that I'm 31 now, bro, they're just. It's psyops, bro. It's the same shit.
Calling IHOP bougie is hilarious.
They're all the same. I think they're at the same level, and Waffle House is superior to them just because of the cafe service, just the quality of the food. I think it's just faster.
Yeah. It gives more of like a small town vibe instead of like just a corporate, cookie cutter restaurant.
You're in and out, bro, and then you're in and out, or you might die in there. It's just like, I don't know, man. It's just.
I have to say that I went the first time the other day, and I was like, this was awesome. Like, just the experience. The food was okay, the service was terrible, but the experience was awesome. Just because you got the experience of legit waffle, like people fighting, people arguing.
If the service is great, the food's not going to be good. That's suspicious. If the service is great, because look, first of all, these people are not. Getting paid what they deserve, or they're not getting paid well there. So you need to be upset.
Yeah.
If you're really nice to me, I don't trust you, bro.
Yeah.
I end up at Waffle House. I used to have at the one in Dallas, I'm not going to say which one, the dude would be off perks and he would be trying to sell me perks.
While cooking?
No, one of the servers. The food was amazing. Like, this is not a lie. The food was amazing. It was great, but the people, the server was sketchy.
Yeah.
One time he got in a fight with this dude, and like they were swinging on each other, and then he threw the chair. He missed the guy. He smashed the whole window. And I was just eating. I was like, it's like, it was weird because like I didn't care.
Yeah.
I didn't care, man. I just finished my meal and I went home.
Well, I bet when you go there enough, you realize, like, they're not going to bother me. I'm just doing my own thing.
That's the beautiful thing about it. It's like people mind their business. And if they got their own thing, their own beef or whatever, I'm doing my thing, man.
Yeah.
I think I got desensitized to seeing a lot of wild shit growing up, like at Waffle House. I literally used to go with my homies.
You're like an expert.
I used to go like at 2 a.m. with my friends.
Yeah.
Right out of high school or during high school and a little bit out of high school. And when I'll come home from college, we'll literally just meet up at Waffle House like at 2 a.m. just to catch up, or after we went wherever we went, Waffle House. So there's a little culture. There's regulars, there's people that would help out in the kitchen that didn't even like, they were just from the neighborhood and they'll just like eat, post up there. A lot of drug dealers, doing their thing there.
Yeah.
But it was a part of my teenage years straight up, bro, like being at Waffle.
For me, it was Whataburger and Taco Bell.
Whataburger too, yeah. Whataburger is like the Texas neighborhood. You're not from Texas, right?
Yeah, I'm from here. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I grew up in Austin.
Oh yeah, you're a unicorn.
Yeah, there it is. Were you?
Is that gay?
Yeah, sounds gay.
Cool.
You weren't from? You're like from Dallas? What'd you say you were from?
Yeah, I'm from Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's right, Dallas.
It's a little town. What's called Duncanville. But it's like on the little border, like of like Oak Cliff, Duncanville, like South Oak Cliff, like I guess. It's just hard to describe, but it's it's like a little it's like a Buda to Austin type thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like Buda too. I went to Texas State also.
Me too.
Yeah, Texas State.
I was up there, bro. I was up there when I remember when Trump got elected in like
2016.
Yeah, and I remember there were like these white kids like with these signs, like every time there's like a short little Mexican dude walking by, they'll put like a sign up above their head and they'll kind of like try to bully them.
That's crazy.
And I remember that day, me and a few homies, we just went on campus just ready to like beat people up because like they were bullying smaller people, and we were like, so where they at, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And we didn't find anybody, but there was videos, and it's like I'm not even like it when it comes to straight up politics, like elections and politics.
Yeah.
I don't really care because I don't like either. I don't trust either side.
Yeah, yeah.
But when it comes to people being assholes, that's what I care about, bro.
Oh, yeah,
And I
for
remember
sure.
on campus. I don't know if you were there in 2016, but like,
Yeah, I was there.
I remember going around campus trying
Trying to fuck someone up.
to ruin my
Your graduation.
my FAFSA.
Yeah, yeah. That's funny. I was there at the same time, Dan. I graduated 2017. What'd you graduate?
Yeah, 16 December. But you know what's crazy? I was like it was the newest degree. It was only 2 of us that graduated. It was digital media innovations.
Oh, okay.
So only 2 of us walked for that
nice.
degree. And I still don't know what it means, but you know, I have a degree.
But we out here.
Yeah.
That's
I
cool.
love that school, bro. It was, you know, I don't even know if this is like the top podcast for that, but like I feel like when I was at UNT, bro, I was miserable. I originally went there to kick football as a kicker. It just wasn't for me. I didn't have that discipline to be in a D1 football team all day. It's literally a full-time job.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't make any money.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? You know?
You were a kicker?
Yeah, yeah. I stayed in the athlete dorms and all that.
Oh shit.
But I never made the team.
Oh.
Because you're like if you don't if D1 football, if you step on the field in a game, you have to get a full ride.
Oh,
So what
really?
they do, they'll make you wait maybe like a year before you can actually join the team, or 2 redshirt you, or like for you to get a full ride because they have to commit to that money. So I wasn't gonna play for like 2 years. I was like, dang, I can't wait 2 years and like just be like wasting all my time. And they had a little club soccer team there. I was like, I'll do soccer. Anyways, I moved to Texas State. Best decision I ever made in my life, bro.
Yeah, Texas State's awesome.
It changed my life, bro. Like straight up. I never even had relationships with professors. And there, you know, I could
You could
know,
do that?
They were like friends, you know. and
Yeah, yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, I remember going there, and there were a couple of professors that you could just walk up to after class and just be like, hey, like, I got this going on, and they'd be like, okay, and they'd help you out. They'd talk to you like a person. I definitely didn't have that in high school. I feel like in high school it was like, I'm the teacher, you're a student, don't ever talk to me outside of the class, you know?
Yeah, no, it was cool, bro. Even till this day, bro, I'm 31. I still keep up with them, and we're like, I'll have
really?
talks. I'll have talks with some of the students sometimes. Like, hey, you know, boom,
that's
boom, don't
badass.
smoke crack, you know, boom, boom. And
Good
nah,
advice.
these kids are smart though. Like they're like, you know, in their 20s, like early 20s, but you're talking to them, and then you realize how that professor was talking to you. And now the way I see these young 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, I respect them because I'm like, damn, they're smart, bro.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers are smart,
Yeah.
bro. So it's like I'm not really talking to anyone that's like in a lower intelligence than me. Like they're fucking.
I have a buddy who does orchestra for high school, and he's always like, I hate when older people are like, oh, this generation's fucked. And it's like, dude, they're so not. They are smart. They're in there. They're good at what they do. And yeah, people who say that the opposite are they just don't know. They just don't spend time enough with them, or they see some kid do something stupid, so they say something like, oh, these kids are dumb, but they don't actually know.
It's the easiest thing to do because maybe one of those younger people are dumb, right? Or like just idiots, and then they affect the way you see everybody. But no, bro, it's like 1 out of like 1,000 is an idiot, bro.
And
like,
older people are dumb too. I mean, there's a lot of old ass.
But some, you know, that's
dumbass
the saddest thing, bro. Is old people that never like matured, bro. They grew up. They don't know how to like use critical thinking. They don't have emotional intelligence. People grow up, and they're in their 50s, 40s, and live like that. And I'm like, I appreciate when I realize that I'm dumb or like that I did some stupid shit. I love realizing it because some people don't realize that they're dumb.
Oh, it's like what they say with comedy. Like, you don't learn anything when you do great. You only learn when you bomb.
Bruh.
It's the same thing. It's like,
You think you do great, and then you play it back on the way home, and like, damn, that shit sucks.
yeah, yeah.
But
That's
anyways.
pretty hard as a delusion, because you make fun of the other people for delusion, and then when you see your own delusion, you're like, damn, dude, I didn't even realize.
Bro, how do you feel? I mean, you're in Austin, right? And like, you've seen all these comics come into the city, and I mean, I've seen it too. I've been here since September, but I mean, this is where I started in like 2017, the first time I ever like kind of did stand up. I never, bro. I've learned to like not judge comics, bro, at all. Even if they suck or they're like most of these, a lot of these dudes are just racist and like and they're like and they get laughs like in the locker room maybe growing up, but
Yeah.
they don't translate like that in real life. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna judge you, bro. If like someone asks me about you, I'm not gonna talk bad about this person. I'm just gonna be like they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
Because bro, like a lot of people to be in Austin and like have sacrificed something to be here, bro. A lot of people that come here from other places.
That is true. I'll talk to a lot of people and they're like, I sacrificed a lot to be here and I want to go back. And they, yeah, you know, and you can tell like they're not going to be here that long because I feel like in Austin now it's so saturated with comics. You have to really put in the time. That's like the only way to get anywhere here.
Yeah, bro. It's like I know I meet some people and like they might be a little wacky. Their jokes might be horrendous. Like maybe I'll keep saying this again. A lot of these jokes they're super racist and they're not funny. And like but there's some that are good. They're like this dude did a funny ass joke at the East Austin Comedy Club.
Oh yeah,
the one about you know my brown eggs. They have
that was good.
That was a funny ass joke.
That was
hilarious,
good.
bro. And that was. But at the end of the day, bro, like I've met comics that are living in the car that like are homeless or this in between like situations, this and that. And it's like I can't do anything but respect, bro. I'm like, damn, these people have sacrificed so much to be here that I can only respect most of the people that I'm meeting out here, bro. It's so cool, man. Like I've met so many people and everyone's mostly cool, bro. I really haven't met anyone that's like a dickhead.
Yeah.
Yet out here in Austin.
I don't think I don't know any like full on dickheads. There are some people that I'm like, I kind of don't want to talk to that guy, but there are some people that everyone seems pretty nice.
Yeah, but we're grown, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you just go out there, show love, and then you go do your own thing. You don't got to associate with these people, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You can pick and choose, right? That's the beauty about, you know, like not being a slave.
What's up with your vlog?
Well, I'm kicking it off. Well, I'm a full-time comedian, bro. Straight up now.
Oh, nice.
I got fired from my job.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So like, I used to vlog like in 2015. I used to watch Casey Neistat, bro, like way back, and that's what I was studying. You know, I had to do a lot with video and whatnot.
Yeah,
I've always been into video. I'm a filmmaker, straight up. That's like my like gift, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
So like,
what have you made?
I worked on stuff, and I mostly like, you know, I got caught in the corporate circle where I do stuff for clients and stuff, but on my own. I've just done like stuff with like kind of zero budget where I worked on a musical during COVID. So it's on YouTube right now. I'm probably going to take it down because I'm going to make it better. But I had a musical and I've been doing music for the past like maybe like 7 years and just having tracks.
A musical.
To where like I can use it in my own videos. For example, this vlog that I have on my YouTube and my Instagram right now, every musical piece in there is me.
Oh, you're singing all of it?
Yeah, it's on me because like you don't get flagged for it. Because I've had so many issues in the past where my video gets taken down or whatever.
Because someone else is singing?
No, because of the music is copyrighted.
Oh, but if you're making your own music, yeah.
So every song that that I'm gonna have in these vlogs, it's me. So, but that's not just for the vlogs. It's for like when I do the musical. You know, it's all my music.
Yeah.
You know? So I have some musical pieces up right now on my YouTube. And it's a musical about like just a dude growing up in Texas, how we're influenced by everything. You know what I'm saying? Like country, rock, regional, corridos, rap, everything, Tejano, all that shit.
That Houston rap.
Yeah, man. Like Outta came through, Outta swing. You know?
2 Chainz on 4-4.
Well, 2 Chainz from Atlanta, bro. But
oh, my bad. I don't know a lot about rap.
Bro, Austin doesn't have a rap scene, I think.
Not even close.
Well, they do have people do rap here, but Dallas had, you know, like DSR. I mean, you probably don't. Big Tuck, you never heard Southside the realest, drug dealers, killers, sharks and gorillas. Who said that we ain't dope dealing wizards? Car changing color like a chameleon. No?
No. Okay. But I loved it. It was great.
Well, you know Houston, right? Everybody knows Houston.
I do know Houston.
Drank up in my cup.
Yeah,
man,
that's it.
Hold up.
Is that Paul Wall?
No, that's I don't even know. Drank up in my cup. I think that was big. I don't even know, man. Because a lot of it gets remixed. A lot of it is like remix culture.
Yeah.
Which, like remix culture, I'm pretty sure you learned that in school.
Yeah. But like, yeah, Austin is just so, I mean,
Country. It's a lot of beautiful country music comes from here.
But it's also really just white people. I mean, it's mostly white people.
Well, that's what...
Willie Nelson.
Well, he's from Oak Cliff, actually. He's from Dallas.
Well, and I don't know who else.
Hey, Austin, you know what's crazy, bro? On 7th Street, you go to Roscoe's.
Yeah.
You said Austin's white. You look up. What do you have right there, right in front of Roscoe's? It's the one of the first black private colleges in America.
Oh, really?
All the East Side used to be a prominent black
Yeah,
neighborhood.
but not anymore, though.
Yeah, not anymore. Yeah.
I mean, even Rainy Street used to be like,
And now it's gay.
And now it's gay. It's not even gay anymore. Now it's buildings.
The gay got gentrified, too.
Yeah.
So it was like gay, but then they got gentrified.
Yeah.
And now it's just...
That's how gentrified Austin is that we gentrified squared Rainy Street. That's
white people
crazy.
are getting gentrified.
Yes.
By
rich.
By California.
Yeah.
That's true gentrification. I love it.
That's actually hilarious.
It's funny this is white chick. Oh it's like my pet cafe is getting torn down because this greedy tech guy. I'm like, bitch, you took that from a piñata shop. That's literally that happened like in 2017.
Oh my God. That is so true. Bitch, you took that from a piñata shop.
Yeah, so it's like, it is what it is.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But man, like I was living in San Marcos, but I would just see how it changed here a lot. I used to work with I'm so bad with names, but I used to work with this nonprofit, and one time we did a project with Google for a video that showed the disparities in Austin. Austin has one of the largest wage gaps in the United States.
Oh,
it has one of the largest, I guess, what is it? The bridge between poverty and rich or high class.
Yeah, wealth gap.
The wealth gap here is the largest in the U.S. Well, in 2017 it was. I don't know if it still is.
I would say it's probably really high up there. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just, I've always kept up with Austin because it was such a small city that you can keep up with certain things.
Yeah. I would say here. Like that in Nashville is probably another really big one because you'll get.
Nashville's dope.
Nashville is dope, but
clean.
there's a lot of rich people there, and then there's a lot of poor people there. There's like a huge.
What's that? Yeah, I feel like that's every city, man. Like you go to Dallas. I mean, every city, like every big city, the hood is right next to the.
Dallas maybe is another big one. I feel like Houston isn't quite like that. Houston has a big middle class.
I'll tell you this about Dallas. I love Dallas. It's my home. I think it has true culture. Austin has culture too, but you go over there to Dallas, there's neighborhood. There's just culture, man. It's just something. And
really?
I always conceal carry in Dallas.
Really?
I don't ever carry with me in Austin.
Why? So
if you want to rob me, just find me out here.
So why in Dallas?
Southside, the realest. Drug dealers, killers, sharks, and gorillas. Nah, it's just, Dallas, once you know the city through and through, I love it. I feel very safe in Dallas.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's more, there's a lot of dumb people. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but there's a lot of people that are unpredictable.
So from my experience from Dallas, because I'm not from there, I've only been there a couple times, but my experience has been very rich white people.
Oh yeah,
super rich white people.
A lot of money in Dallas.
A lot of money, but they're also kind of like ritzy to the point of like, oh, I don't want to associate with anyone that's not on my level. It's a little bit like that, and that was my experience. That's been my experience at Dallas.
Southern, Dallas is one of the most segregated cities in the United States as well, right? I don't know how. Well, it was on the Dallas Morning News. It was like not segregated, where like it's like
right.
But the school districts and like the way that neighborhoods are set up, they're DISD and all that. Like, so it's just like it's basically like
so different areas are different.
Yeah, it's classism and like, but Dallas is cool. I mean, I feel like overall, man, I think people in Texas, bro, people are cool, even if it's like. I don't know. This is, the Southern hospitality, Southern whatever it is, it's more in Dallas, bro. Like I don't know how to explain it. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I like the different. Because I've been around like
You don't feel that here in Austin?
I feel
The
like
Southern hospitality.
people are more cool here, bro. People are more cool here. The thing is, the city doesn't have like a backbone. I don't know how to explain it. Dallas is what it is, but it has a culture, like a deep culture when it comes to the arts and everything. Here, it's so new. Everyone's from everywhere. Everyone's trying to meet somebody. Everyone is from like California or
Oh,
whatever.
I see what you're saying.
Over there, people are rooted.
The culture isn't necessarily rooted. The culture is it's new and everyone can do
Yeah, and I
whatever they
like
want.
it. I like the people here a lot, man. But yeah, there's no rooted. People are building their roots here,
Yeah.
barely right now.
Yeah.
And that's why there's so much going on in the city. It feels saturated at points, right, when it comes to the arts or whatever. But
Very, yeah.
I feel like it's all gonna weed out in maybe like 5 years, and it's gonna have its own real like a new vibe to it.
Yeah.
Because it had its own vibe before COVID. You know.
Yeah, I have hope for Austin. I mean, people are always talking shit like, "Oh, it's gone too big, too fast," but I think it's just taken over time. And I think we're still in the golden age of Austin. It's just we just need more time to grow.
It's a golden ass city, bro. To be honest, my dad used to work construction out here. Literally, like a little bit off the Capitol when it was growing. How it's been growing so much in 2000. I used to come visit him over here because he would. They had a house over here.
It's a different place in 2000. Holy shit!
You know how when they say keep Austin weird, bro. People were literally. I remember my dad's neighbor. He lived in a duplex. His neighbor was like a wildlife conservatist. I don't know what to call it. This motherfucker had a boa constrictor in his living room. Yeah, he used to
gang.
He used to race raccoons.
Yeah,
he had ferrets running. But literally, it's a duplex, bro. It's like half of this. You walk in, snakes, raccoons, everything. That was my dad's neighbor. Bro.
That's crazy.
And I remember just like we were scared sometimes because sometimes the snakes like they would like be running around. He'll be watching them, but they'll be.
There's a lot of that here. People have a lot of weird pets too. People have raccoons. You're still allowed to keep chickens here, which in a lot of cities you can't do.
Now chickens are cool, man. Especially like if you eat the eggs and whatnot. I mean, raccoon racing is possum racing is big.
How do you race a raccoon?
People gamble and you figure it out, bro. Like raccoon racing. No, I'm sorry, possum racing. We used to have possums in our attic, and like the city wouldn't come. They'll be like, "Oh, we got a guy that picks them up." This dude, he lived down the street from us. Like super like redneck dude. He'll be like, "Oh, we got a possum up there." He'll go get it, put it in a little cage, and like
you like put it in a tube and you put a treat on the other side of the tube or something?
I don't know. I think it's like the Greyhound or like the little they'll get a lane and they'll put the cage up and
and then they just run.
Straight up.
Damn.
Yeah. Like
possums are fucking gross though.
I mean, they look gross, but I think they're actually pretty cute.
Really? My brother in Christ. Hold on.
There's a possum in Oak Cliff right now that they dress it up as like a baby. And like
shout out possum in Oak Cliff.
And it's like going viral, and I'm like, damn, I used to want to shoot these things.
Dude. Yeah, see, look at this.
It looks like a giant rat, but now it looks kind of cute.
You think that's cute?
It's like
okay, that's kind of cute. That thing looks, well.
I have a friend on Facebook that he carries a possum on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Super country black dude. Carries a possum on his shoulder and smokes a pipe tobacco. Like he's straight up like that, like a legend like that. He just like walks around like that.
Like that. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I think I'd rather have a raccoon than a possum though.
Raccoons are vicious, bro. Raccoons are they'll do some damage, bro. Possums, I don't know.
Yeah, possum in your house, I feel like would be cleaner than a raccoon. A raccoon might.
Bro, I used to have we had a possum problem, bro, in Duncanville, because Duncanville, it's like I don't know, it's like it used to be like wildlife, like the woods, like the possums. You're not allowed to kill them. You'll go to jail.
Oh, really?
Because they're native to Texas. Or at least that area in Dallas.
You can't kill a possum?
You can't kill a possum, bro. You'll go to jail.
Like it's a fucking blue jay or something?
They're protected.
That's crazy.
So I remember one time I was in my room and I just heard, I thought someone was breaking in, bro. I look in my closet and there's a possum coming up from the top. He like had bit a hole through the ceiling, and then its babies and the possum were in my closet, and I was just like,
That's nuts.
Bro, we couldn't do anything. We had to put him in a
box or something.
Well, we put him in now. There were like the little ones, yeah, but the big ones, bro, you need a cage for that. So you put the little ones in the cage, and the big one, like the mom she has to goes in there. But bro, I remember when I first saw a possum, bro. I thought it was a giant rat, bro, and I was almost shot a hole through the wall, bro.
Yeah, the first time I saw a possum was it was on a fence, and my cat was on the fence too, and they met on the fence, and my whole family was watching through a window, and then my cat like slapped it, but then the possum came back, jumped on my cat, fucking took it out off the fence. Cat lived, but it was like, damn, possum definitely won that fight.
Yeah. Anyways,
don't fuck with possums.
Yeah, man. So like your podcast, bro. Like, how long have you been doing this?
Maybe 2 months.
Yeah. So like, what's your goal? Like, what's your like? It's just conversations, or you have like or are you like more? Because I've been seeing some of the episodes. You have some dude talking about philosophy, and then you had the dude about talking about like war crimes.
Yeah. It's really just whatever happens. I mean, it's like sometimes it'll be silly. I had one guy on here talking about how he faked an accent in Australia for, I think it was 7 months, and he had an entire relationship with a woman faking an accent. That was like the most insane clip I've ever seen. I was like, what?
That's the trait of a serial killer.
I mean, the guy seems nice, and he seemed very unhappy that he did that. And I was like, I mean, but I was like, that's psychotic, though. Like, that's psychotic. He was like, yeah, that is psychotic. But he knew it was crazy,
I mean, if you're in Australia, what if they're faking it?
All of them? I think some people do it just because it's an easy way to kind of pop out in conversation.
Oh, crikey, hey. This is hard. It's hard to fake an accent, too. Like, all the time, to fake it all the time. You got to be nuts, bro.
You got to be in there, yeah. I knew a guy that would fake a British accent when I was growing up. He was like, I'm from England, and he wasn't. And he would fake an English accent.
Well, there's a lot of people that do fake it. Like the chick, what's the dude that shot that person in that movie that he's on SNL?
Baldwin?
Baldwin, his wife, I don't know if it's true all the way, but you know how she got outed? They're big time philanthropists. She's a white woman, but she got caught faking that she was from Spain.
Really?
To be like, like,
I'm a person. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like to be like, oh yeah, I have whatever, I'm exotic.
Yeah.
So she has this big accent. If you pull up a video or whatever, when she speaks, she's like, I love my family, everything about my family. I love everything as a Spanish woman. And then she got outed as like, she
and
never
people were
even,
like, this dumb
she
bitch.
took like she took a course in a college course in Spain, and that was like her time living there supposedly. But then she got outed as like she's being a chick, just a white chick, faking her accent.
That's some kind of screw loose. You got to have a problem. And that was Baldwin's wife?
No, that's his wife right now.
Really?
Yeah. If you look at any videos of her speaking, she has a crazy like Latina accent.
That's nuts.
But that happens a lot. You know what, I've noticed it, and I used to work in the nonprofit space. There's a lot of people that hide their white identity and use that I'm actually indigenous.
What?
It's like even like Elizabeth Warren. She got the whole scholarship for being indigenous, but I don't know. But I've seen it firsthand, bro. Even with Sean King, the he says he's black, but that's a white man, bro.
Yeah.
Even his brother's like a ginger. He's like, what the hell? Well, I'm white. Why are you black?
Yeah.
Well, he's like, well, the milkman's my dad.
Isn't it crazy how we've come full circle that now people are like, we can't be white. Being white is bad.
No, but see, that's not everybody. That's just a circle of like self-righteous nonprofit people, because you know what?
But that's
all
a big
rich.
circle. That's a pretty big circle.
There's a lot of money in.
There is a lot of money.
There's a lot of money in hiding white people. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but
no, I get it.
I've seen it. This lady, Austin nonprofit, very well known. She ran for Senate. She was my boss. Uh, uh, she has a name that she goes by, but her real name is like her real last name too is very Caucasian. Her dad's Caucasian. Her mom is actually I think from Mexico, if I'm not mistaken, but grew up here with this culture over here. Switched her whole name to be sound Latina. Switched her story of
How
her
do you feel
upbringing.
about that?
I think that's weird, bro.
It's weird as shit, right?
Because like, I feel like the thing that I hate the most, and I hate it when with everybody when people are ashamed of where they come from,
Yeah.
and who they are. Especially, you know what? I don't trust white people that are always talking shit about white people, and where they're always like, I'm ashamed to be. I've met a lot of those people growing up in the nonprofit space. I met a lot of those people, and some of those were the worst people I ever met in my life, bro.
Yeah.
What I love is when people are I can trust you if you're proud of where you come from, bro. Like, even if you dig deeper in your roots, I'm German, this and that. Or
I think
I'm
some
Mexican.
people are just ashamed because there's these other cultures that are loud or not loud, but like they have such a bright culture. Like let's say this. You're a white guy and you're from South Dakota. And it's like, okay, I'm from South Dakota. What's your culture in South Dakota? I hunt and we eat potatoes, I guess.
Bro, pickleball is badass, bro. I love pickleball. It's like, nah, but like, bro, but yeah, I think that's another thing about like, even like growing up, we're taught that you're just white, or like black people are just black.
Right.
You have a history before that, bro.
Right.
It's like, I'm Mexican. Mexican is just like saying I'm American.
Yeah.
I'm Mexican, but where my parents are from, they're mestizos, bro. Mestizo is Spanish and indigenous blood that traces back to the Spanish conquistadors and also traces back to the indigenous,
right.
the Aztecs or whatever, right?
Mestizo, does that mean like mix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're mixed.
Mix of the two cultures.
Yeah. So it's looking deeper. I could just say I'm Mexican, and that has this beautiful culture with it, but you look deeper, it's deeper than that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, being white, that's just something they give you here in America, bro. Like, white, I'm really have German roots or Irish shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's important for us to dig deeper because we got to pass some shit down to our children, bro. Like, hey, you're more than what they say you are. You have roots in this.
Well, I think it's that in white people culture, it's less, people don't really identify with their German roots or their Irish roots. Like, my last name is Mclaughlin. My dad is Irish. My mom is Brazilian, but her whole family is Portuguese and Italian. But I don't really identify as a Brazilian man. Like, I have a passport, but I wouldn't say I'm Brazilian. I'm kind of just a white dude. Like, because I am.
Yeah. But are you interested in your roots, like Brazil? Because I feel like, damn, being Brazilian, Portuguese, and like Irish, even like the fighting Irish, that whole story, bro, with the fighting the British, and I think that's just.
But to be honest, I'm kind of not. I think it's bad. I'm kind of not interested in it because it's like, who am I? Like, what culture do I identify with? I probably 10% Brazilian because I do have that in me, and then the rest of the 90 is American because I grew up here. I knew how this is the culture that I'm in. My dad's like, oh, but we have a little Irish. It's like, yeah, that was fucking 6 generations ago. You know what I mean? It's like, so I got the name, but I mean, if I go to Ireland, I'm not just gonna like know that I'm one of these people. I don't think that's a thing, right?
Yeah, bro. I'm saying this here in front of you. I'm representing Mexicans. I'm Mexican.
Sure.
I go to Mexico. I'm Texan, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all. I'm from Texas, bro. Because that's what you realize when you're over there. You're not from there, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not from here. Not from there.
I was there last weekend.
Yeah, you're a Texan.
Yeah. When I went there, they were like, "You're a gringo." I'm like, "Yeah, gringo."
Yeah, you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm Mexican. I'm over there. You know what they call me?
What?
Gringo.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a gringo over there, bro.
Do you speak fluently without an accent?
No, yo hago comedia en español también. Parte de mi
Then how do
comedia,
they
hablo
gringo
español.
you? How are they gringoing you?
Because you're never going to be Mexican enough for the Mexicans.
Damn, really?
And you're not really American enough over here. But I'm proud of that shit because I like being.
So when you go there and you start speaking, they're like,
oh, hell, it takes 0 seconds to figure out that you're from here.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because
How?
it's just the cadence. Everything's different. Like the Spanish, I can speak fluently. I speak Spanish fluently, but it's not to where you read it. Trust me, when you meet like a Mexican from Mexico that's like fluent and like that's like well articulated,
Yeah.
that shit is different, bro.
So they clock you right away.
Over there, because look, over here, I'll be like, you have a plate of food. Oh, esa comida está bien rica. The food is good, right? That's how I would say, está bien rica esa comida. Está bien rica. A Mexican from Mexico City, the dialects change everywhere, right? It's like going from LA to New York.
Right.
A Mexican from Mexico City that's like well articulated, well spoken, educated. La gastronomía de este platillo, la esencia mexicana con la filosofía de la paleta, es un orgullo, es un placer tener mi panza. I'm like, bitch, you say it's good, bro.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
the philosophy of the food.
you know what I'm saying? Like, the way they speak is, but to them is very natural. Like they'll say all that, but very natural. And they know when I speak, it's like, oh, this motherfucker's not from here. Like straight up, bro. So when I've done shows like in Puerto Rico, I've done a show in Spanish out there. Obviously their Spanish is different out there. You know, it's like, ¿qué lo que hay, papi? Mira, soy de Puerto Rico, puñeta, ya tú sabes qué lo que hay.
Yeah, yeah.
Mi español is norteño, northern Mexico. Right away, I'm on stage. I play into that because I'm not going to fake a Puerto Rican accent.
Right.
I'm like, yes, I'm not from here. I'm Mexican.
I think that the accents across Mexico and Latin America are much more distinct than the accents we have across the United States, too.
Well, it's because it's different, bro. It's a different country. You're talking about like Mexico and Latin America, Colombia, parece.
Well, yeah, that is true. But I also mean like if you were comparing northern Mexico to southern Mexico, is it like as
it's like the US, bro. Like you speak to a dude from Staten Island and then you speak to a guy from Texas. There's a big difference.
There's a big difference, right?
In Mexico, northern Mexico is kind of like Texan. It's slower because it's more country.
Yeah.
So it's like, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo está? In Chihuahua, it's like, ¿cómo está, muchacho? Very like country, like very like laid back. You go to Mexico City, you go to like, let's say you go to the barrios, right? To the neighborhoods.
Right.
Chale, hijo, estamos aquí con la banda.
Yeah.
¿Qué pasó con la banda chilanga? It's like chilangos, you know? And then you go a little bit south, fishing towns. I don't know, like Veracruz. It's like, oiga, usted, estamos aquí. Like, because they have a
lot more fast. Yeah.
And they have more traces of, a lot of people don't know, you go to Oaxaca and all that.
Yeah.
Spanish is one of the fucking 30 languages being spoke out there. It's a lot of indigenous language still being. So they kind of cross paths with Spanish. So a lot of the words, like, you know, just get mixed up or like they just sound different, bro.
Right. That's similar to in Brazil. It's very similar. Like every beach town, there are some areas where like one beach town will have a completely different accent and dialect from the beach town one like little concave over.
Obrigado.
Obrigado.
En Argentina. Che, boludo, pero Messi el futbolista es más bueno del planeta, boludo. Like, it's in Argentina, bro. This is a
Dale. I hate the Argentinians.
Che, boludo, pero los brasileños son un pedazo de, no saben nada de fútbol. No saben fútbol los brasileños.
I feel like Argentinians are the Parisians of South America. They just think they're better than everybody. It's been my experience.
Because they're Nazis. I'm kidding.
Oh, shit.
It's just funny because like there's a lot of memes from Mexico Argentina rivalry is crazy.
Oh,
there's a lot
of
memes because a lot of the Argentinos are very like I don't know how to explain it. They have a lot of superior. How do you say that shit?
Superiority complex.
Superiority complex. Yeah.
The Mexicans.
Una complejidad de superioridad.
The Mexicans do.
No, Argentinos.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
But it's basically a lot of colorism, but it's a lot of like, and a lot of them make fun of them because their name could be Armando and their last name could be like Schwarzenegger, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of, well, they did have a lot of Nazis that hid in, also a lot of German immigrants.
Right.
A lot of Japanese. Well, a lot of people from.
A lot of Japanese.
Yeah. One of my.
Even in Peru, like their president was Japanese for a bit.
South America, a lot of Japanese expats. Yeah, bro. But there's a lot of there's a lot of immigration from. It's crazy. Like Mexico has an immigration problem too. where it's a lot of people, obviously,
Oh, because they're like, yeah, I got you.
like from Venezuela, whatever, but Argentina too. Argentina has a really messed up economy right now.
Right.
And they have a lot of people that are undocumented overstaying their visas over there, Argentinos. And it just looks like you'll see like a blonde hair, like white chick with blue eyes. And she's working as a server. And Mexicans are upset because they're taking their jobs, you know? And
This white girl's taking my job.
yeah, that's not really. Esta güera me está
crazy.
robando. Oh, wait, that's in Argentina, never mind.
I got to say, Buenos Aires is a really cool town to hang out in, though.
I've heard, and I plan
badass
on
town.
going there. Hopefully this year I can go up there.
Yeah.
One of my cousin's best friend, he got married out there to an Argentinian. He's a black dude from Irving, Texas, married to an Argentinian out there.
Nice.
And
Did good.
yeah, he's gay. Gay wedding out there. It's I heard it was lit. I heard it was lit. No, but that's even more like rare. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah, black guy from Irving that's gay that married an Argentinian.
yeah, it's a wild story. It's just
That
like
is cool.
it's cool. You know, like they're in Argentina now.
Yeah.
He's like he left here. He's out there, and they're enjoying it. It's just like if you can make money out there, it's like a slower pace. You know what I'm saying? Like if you make dollars in South America or in Mexico, that's why you see a lot of people from the U.S. moving to Mexico City, Oaxaca, and shit. Like.
Yeah, it's nice to live out there. I knew a guy that does what I do. He sold mortgages remotely, moved to Argentina, just lives in Buenos Aires. I was like, damn, that's so badass.
Bro, your dollar can take you real far in South America. Like
Yeah.
in Mexico, man, I was in Oaxaca, bro, like a couple years ago. I went actually a month ago, but I was out there staying at a hostel. Bro, the hostel's like $30 a day. Has Wi-Fi. It's beautiful. It's really nice. A lot of other people from around the world also working remote. And man, you're not really spending much every day. If you're making dollars, man, yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, you got to find a remote job, but it's a lot more possible. Like I have a buddy, shout out Richard Torres, who does. He has a whole travel blog page where he teaches people how to be getting remote jobs here in the United States and then live in Mexico. But there's a lot of people in Mexico that are like hating on the Americans that are moving down there. And they're like, man,
It's a yin and yang type vibe because a lot of these places too, which I do see a lot of their viewpoints, right? But a lot of these places run off of tourist money, bro.
Right.
If there's no tourists, they're not going to survive. So it's
Right.
like, you know,
they got to be there. But
it's going to happen regardless, bro.
yeah, I made a video the other day about these guys. I was in not Oaxaca, San Miguel de Allende is where I was, and some guys were yelling at us on the street. They were like, "Fuck you, gringos! Get the fuck out of here! Like, fuck you!"
For real?
Yeah.
Were they like
were
did they
like,
have purple
"Fuck
hair?
America."
Like purple hair Mexicans?
He looked just like a douchebag in like a button-down shirt, you know, like but it was like out of a bar, and he was like half drunk with his buddies, and he was just yelling. It looked like that, and we didn't confront him or anything. But I was like, oh, it's kind of weird that I got yelled. Like he literally yelled, "Get out of my country! Go back to where you're from." And I was like, that's crazy. And we weren't confronting him. We didn't talk to him at all. But it was just like, I've never experienced that on the other side. That was a weird experience.
Yes, that's where and that's how you know how ignorant it is here and over there for people to be like that. You know why? Because
Yeah.
you look like a Mexican dude from Monterrey, bro.
Yeah.
Straight up, you go to Monterrey or go to the FS, you look like a Whitexican, bro.
Yeah.
Like in Mexico, it's a piece of geography. You go to these especially San Miguel de Allende, bro. It's very very
touristy.
very rich, but also there's a lot of Whitexicans. But sometimes you meet a dude out there, like, you know, blonde hair, blue eyes, and you're like, hey, what's up? How's it going? ¿Qué dices, güey? No te entiendo. So that's how ignorant it is for people even to be acting like that over there. Cause
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's
It was weird, but I think
especially
it was.
in San Miguel de Allende.
Yeah, I think it was just because of the nature of the town. It's just a lot of tourists there. And I don't know. It was just a weird moment.
You know, you know what it is though. Especially in these past few months, it's happened in San Miguel, and it's happened in Mazatlan, where it's like these expats, right? There's like a white dude that'll buy a house in a neighborhood, and then he'll Karen. He'll be a Karen. For example, there's in San Miguel de Allende, I think there's a lot of tension because there's this restaurant that's been there forever. They always have mariachis, and it's always a vibe, you know.
Yeah.
this old white couple bought a house right above it, or like a condo.
Yeah.
And they've been calling the cops and like trying to change the zoning to where they can't play music. So they're trying to
Adjust the culture.
yeah, they're trying to govern the area and the people, the residents. They've had these huge marches and these huge bands playing outside for months. They're like, fuck
Was that in
you.
San Miguel de Allende?
San Miguel Allende.
I think we were there. It's like a park, right?
I don't know where exactly. I've never been there, but I remember seeing that.
I think, dude, there's a big park where we did the wedding. They did like a big parade through this park, and people were playing music, and there was like homes up in the area, and I was like, it's a pretty place. But like every hour on the hour, there was another wedding like going through and doing their own parade. But yeah, it is interesting.
Yeah, I've seen it's tensions.
It's
when
gentrification again, to be honest.
Yeah, well, the thing is that even if you're like a white dude or whatever, a lot of people have each other's back over there. It don't matter because there's always been people from all over living in Mexico.
Right.
But it just depends on how you adapt to the culture.
Right.
There was in Mazatlan in Sinaloa, and that's a place you don't really want to mess with nobody. A dude also.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Oh no, that's like where that's a heavy cartel spot. Like that's kind of where the origins. Mazatlan in Sinaloa. You know, like the Chapo cartel and all that.
Sinaloa, yeah, I've heard of. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like in Mazatlan. There was a case where it happened like a month ago. There was a worker, a street worker, a construction worker. He was taking his lunch break and he was sitting on a little sidewalk, and he was just eating a sandwich, just chilling. That's common over there. Everyone has to get their lunch hour, and he was sitting under a shade. The guy that owns the house, that he's sitting on the sidewalk under the shade, he comes out and like kicks him out. He's like, get the fuck out of here. He yells at him. And it was caught on video. And there was like huge protests outside of the dude's house and egging his house and this and that. They had to come get like the National Guard or like the police to guard his house. Because people were outraged. Because it was just like a unnecessary, you know? Especially someone mistreating like a worker like that.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that where the neighborhood has each other's back, you know. But other than that, I feel like it's pretty chill. I've been talking about like, hey, if I do it, I hope it don't count because I might be in Mexico soon, bro. I would buy a house over there like before here.
I would like to live there. I think it would be nice to live in Mexico.
Hey, bro, if I do it, it don't count. The gentrification, does it count if I do it? Hell no.
I don't think so. No, I don't think it counts.
I'm going to be out there.
The big thing here is that, you know, the jobs in the United States obviously pay so much more. But the other thing is working here is the saddest, most soul-sucking job you can have. I feel like working corporate in the United States at least.
The quality of life out there is way different if you have the funds to be outside, be at a coffee shop, go to a bar, go see entertainment. It's way different, bro. It's the most beautiful thing if you can.
How did America go so astray?
Shit, Bill Clinton. I don't fucking know, man. But hey, quick question to you, bro.
Yeah.
So like, I remember before I even met you, your video popped in my algorithm where you're talking about selling poop or some shit.
Yeah.
And that shit went viral. It kind of went viral, right?
Yeah.
So like, you've got like a following on Instagram and TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Do people know you're a stand-up comedian? Like, do people know you do stand-up?
I post a little bit, but to be honest, it's so hard to get a good clip of stand-up comedy that I don't post that on my Instagram because it's tough to get like a fucking clip.
Yeah, but you don't necessarily need a clip because you're already making clips of you know?
Right.
That shit's funny. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
do you get booked off of that? Has it changed how
No.
people see you here in Austin?
Not even a little. I think it's because of I'm still so new to stand up. Like I've only been doing it like 9 months. So it's not like I've been doing it that long. But also the videos don't translate to stand up 1-to-1. You know what I'm saying? They kind of don't quite translate. It's when you're in stand up, you need to be more present with the people that you're talking to, whereas the video is like it's just me telling a story.
Yeah.
So I kind of purposefully am being a bit detached from the stand up from the videos because I'm not good enough at stand up enough yet to kind of merge these worlds. But I do want to get there eventually, and I think I'm getting close. But I don't know how I would even do that. Do I just like talk to bookers and be like, look at my page, like
You
book
should
me?
just do your own show.
Do my own show?
Yeah, just do it, bro. Just do it.
Maybe, yeah.
You should. I mean, there's venues like Annie's and like certain locations, especially if you show them, hey, look, and this is an issue too, like with oh, these people have all these followers, but they can't bring a crowd. You should find out. You should find out if people fuck with you.
If people fuck with me, yeah.
Or do you get your analytics and see who's in Austin or in Texas or what cities you should go to?
I haven't done that, no. I haven't really done, like, most of what I've been doing is trying to just monetize the videos on a social networking world. And then everything I've been doing in stand-up has been, like, open mics. I've gotten booked on a show recently from just doing open mics. But that's been most of my approach. It's just been trying to do it from the ground level as a stand-up. Because I don't want to... What I really don't want to do is be one of the guys who's like, oh, you're Instagram famous, and then you go to stand-up and you suck. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be good at stand-up, you know?
I feel like a lot of people that say that are just projecting shit. I feel like you will never find out unless you do your own shit, or like if you really get out there like that. Sometimes you just gotta get out of your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, maybe.
Because Austin is the open mic capital of the world right now. We're like, it's a city where you work on your shit and then you just go do your shows wherever you got. If they're in Austin, they're in Austin. If they're in San Antonio, Houston, wherever, DC. But I feel like, yeah, bro, like you got a following, man. Yeah, I mean, you're working on your shit, but yeah, like, I'll be cool. Like, I'll be cool if you did your own thing. Maybe try it once, right? I want to see how this one night goes.
Yeah, maybe.
I can see that. I'm just saying, I could see that.
I could see it too, and I think that is where I want to go with it. I don't even know where to start. Like, everything I've done has been branched off from social media, and I've done a great job on social media. But now I've just gotten into the show aspect of like stand up, and I don't know where that really blossoms. I'm basically like on the bottom tier of stand up, and I'm trying to like grow that out. And then maybe one day that tree from stand up will merge with my social networking tree. But I'm trying to figure out how to make that happen.
Well, I mean, shit. I've been doing it for a few years, and I'm doing open mics with you as well. Like, I feel like my advice is don't take advice from anybody. That's like the number one advice I have, because I've always heard advice from people. You should wear a suit, whatever.
Yeah.
That's not gonna make you funnier. Like, I feel like, because you know how you hear, oh, I don't want to be that social media comedian that, oh, this and that. Bro, there's no rules to this shit, bro.
Right.
There's no rules to this shit, bro. You see some people that like, they just do it, and some people pop off to their people. Because maybe, look, to some, bro, I feel like you should never try to be funny to comedians.
Right.
Because, like,
well, I mean, I think, like, you're making sense.
But there's no sense.
But there is no sense. Yeah, I think right now the thing I'm the best at is the videos. And I'm putting my toe in the water on stand-up because I've always wanted to do it. If at some point I see a way to bridge it, then I will. But right now I still can't. Like, doing my own show sounds good. I don't even know where I would begin. I still don't feel even remotely comfortable setting that up. I have a show this weekend, New Faces at Roscoe's.
Ah, hell yes.
And I'm excited to see how that one goes. That one's going to be like okay, now that I did that and it went well, what do I do now?
You should record your set. Are you going to record your set and all that?
Yeah.
Are you going to do the audio too, or what?
Probably do the audio also, but we'll have to see.
Cool.
But yeah, so I'm excited to see how that one goes, and if that goes well, then we'll see. Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. That's cool. Do you post the whole thing or like clips from the pod?
So I post the whole thing on YouTube, but nobody ever usually watches the whole thing.
Yeah,
but if they do, yeah.
The clips would be dope. Yeah.
The clips are dope. So like one video, I posted the whole thing. It was like a 3-hour, 30-minute one, and no views. But then I got the clip out, and it was the guy faking the accent. 1.5 million views, that clip. And then now the full video has been watched something like 1,500 times, which is great for YouTube on a 3-hour, 30-minute video. That's amazing. So, yeah, as long as I can get good clips, then we're talking.
Yeah, I mean, that's the cool point. You're going back and forth, and some cool shit comes out of it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like my old roommate got arrested by the FBI. Yeah. Anyways,
He did?
what's today? Tuesday? Oh, nah.
You're like, oh, shit.
Nah. Yeah. He got arrested by the FBI. I was, it was funny. It was a few months after I got arrested. Nothing does not correlate.
Yeah.
But I was at UNT, student living apartments.
Right.
Student living apartments. I don't know if you know about this, but you get single leases. It's a 4-bedroom, but every lease is individual because we're all kind of strangers. Only me and my homie, we knew each other. It was us two, but we wanted to get a 4-bedroom because it was cheap. We were paying like $500 for a nice luxury 4-bedroom. So we had 2 vacant rooms. One other guy moves in, and then 1 vacant room. So we just have a vacant room. We would throw little parties. We're all smoking there. Then like a week later, I'm at my neighbor's, and then my roommate calls me and says, "Hey, we got our new roommate is moving in the new vacant room."
Room's gonna smell like fucking.
Nah, it was clean,
weed.
but I hop in, and then like I see the dude's dad. I'm like, "Hey, nice to meet you, sir. What's your son studying?" And he just looks at me. He's like, "No, I'm living here."
Oh.
This dude was like 47 or something. He was older.
Oh
dude.
man, I bet he felt so bad.
Nah. I mean, he was laughing.
Okay.
We're all like 19, bro.
Yeah,
18, because we're all like in college. But he was going to the lineman school over there in Denton. There's a lineman school where they put like the electricity post and all that shit.
Yeah.
And anyways, he gets all his stuff. He buys his beer and everything. And then he was a little creepy, like my friend came through, drop a book off, and then she leaves, and he's like, "She got friends? We should all hook up with them. She got friends." I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's crazy.
Anyways,
that is a little creepy.
A few days go by, he's doing his thing, and then he just doesn't come back. And we don't see him for 2 days, and then my roommate's like, "Hey man, I haven't seen Jose. I haven't seen him." I was like, "Cool." I didn't give a fuck about him.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Nah, bro," but he told me like he doesn't know anybody in Denton. He's from LA. He just literally drove here from LA, and he's going to school over here. And I was like, "Huh?"
So what happened to him?
So he goes missing one more day. He doesn't come back, and we're like, if he doesn't come back by Sunday, he was gone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Call the cops.
And then Sunday we called the cops. They came, did a little search, this and that. We went through his room. Let's looked at his stuff. He hadn't came back. His bed was undone and everything. He had like herpes medication. Like it was to the top. He didn't take his pills.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But
I was like, oh shit.
Nah, but his stuff was just there. The next day, the FBI calls, bro.
Yeah.
And they just let us know that he's in custody, and they come and get all his shit from his apartment.
What?
Literally, people in polos come in, but the thing is, they brought his wife. His wife was kind of embarrassed. She was beautiful too.
Oh, really?
They get all his shit out of his room.
He was living with all of you guys, and he had a wife. Oh, because he was there for school. Okay,
Yeah. He's arrested by the FBI. I'm like, what the fuck? I look his name up, bro. He's all over the news in L.A. What? He was an ex-San Bernardino police officer that used to kidnap prostitutes and like, just sexually assault them like at gunpoint. Yeah, and rape, all that, Yeah, he was robbing them.
And he had a wife.
He's a
Dude.
The thing is, he was busted for like 5 accounts, 5 prostitutes that said something. Imagine all the ones that didn't, bro. He was a cop. He was a retired cop. So it was a case from like 10 years ago. So when he was on the way to Denton is when the FBI put him on the FBI's most wanted list.
Oh my!
So they let him. They cleared his background so he can move in with us. And then they were like, okay, he's gonna go to class. We'll get him in class.
Oh man!
And he got arrested. The news came to our house. The Spanish news, Univision 23, Channel 23. We did a little news story. And it's so crazy because like all my family saw it and they thought that we got molested. They thought that we were like, no, this is
all the
bad.
dudes in your family giving you shit like, hey, you suck that guy's dick,
bro. And but he was a dangerous, criminal, bro. Like straight up.
Did you get that vibe from him at all? So you got a little bit.
He was kind of creepy, but you know what's crazy? He was a tiny little dude. He was like 5'2", older Mexican.
And you
dude.
said his wife was hot.
beautiful, bro. He's like a cop, you know. Maybe he was like
Maybe he was
like a popping
yeah.
cop back in the 90s or whatever.
Dude,
I don't
how are
know.
you gonna go out and do all that crazy shit when you got a hot woman? You know what I mean? That's so
That
crazy
hadn't
to me.
stopped the people in the past. You know.
I know, but that's even them. That's wild to do, right?
Yeah, bro. But he got 3 life terms in prison, and he's on the FBI's website. It says Jose Jesus Perez.
Isaiah Jesus Perez.
Yeah,
Did he kill these women, or was
no,
he
no,
just?
he was just well, we don't know if he killed people or not, because a lot of these people did not say. The ones that imagine all the people that didn't say anything. It's a cop, bro. They back each other up.
Yeah.
The only reason he got caught up is because after he retired, he wasn't really protected that much anymore. So a few years after he retired is when they busted him.
It started to come out.
That's when the ladies were like, "Oh, hey, now we can say something. He's not around."
Dude, cops.
So that shit was crazy. He was living with us. I was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
That's crazy. But he wasn't there that long, right?
he was there for like a week. Well, like that
week.
that Monday, and then he was arrested on Wednesday. I was he got deported on Wednesday. Nah, he got arrested on that Wednesday. And you know what's crazy? I put this story on TikTok, and it went a little viral. It was the first video that got like almost like 1 million views, like overall.
Oh,
I put it in
nice.
sections, and I people in the comments would be like, "What the fuck?" I remember this because it was all over the news too. Like,
Right.
we were like, especially in Denton, it was all over the news, and it was like on alerts, you know, for students and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
And someone was in the class with him when he got picked up by the FBI. He was like, "Yeah, man, I remember this day. We were all in class, and some people came and just asked for him, and then they just like arrested him and threw him in an SUV, and they just left."
That'd be
That
crazy
shit's
to be
crazy.
in class with a dude when he's getting arrested.
Imagine that's like your group member.
Yeah.
You're like, "Fuck."
It's like, dude, he's supposed to fucking show up with the project tomorrow.
But yeah, I remember that moment. I was just so mad, bro, that they let him. He could have. You never know, bro. He could have touched me.
Dude, he could have gotten. Well, it sounded like he wasn't gay. It sounded like he was the opposite of gay.
I mean, horny has no limits, bro. When you're a criminal, bro.
That is true.
What if he was getting ready for his life in prison? 3 life terms,
Oh my god.
which got reduced. I actually I read his page again on.
Oh, you've
the
been
FBI.
following up.
Well, I did after like 10 years. This happened in 2013. He ended up getting
shit.
45 years.
Oh, 45.
It got reduced to 45, which is like 1 life term, which is he was like, what, 40 something when he got in there. So it's probably going to be 80 when he gets out.
That's crazy.
I'm talking this shit because I know he's going to be in there for a little bit.
I know. You're like, come at me, pussy.
Chill. I didn't say that was him. I got his address right
Let's go. Come at me, bitch.
Shit.
Nah, I'm sure you're a good guy.
Hell no.
No, you're a terrible guy. Fuck you. No, I'm joking.
But yeah, bro, that's yeah. That was just,
That's crazy. Dude, I don't think I've never been to jail. I've never met. Well, I mean, I've never had a family member go to jail. I'm trying to think if I've had a family member that's been to jail. I've had no good, like, really serious experiences with police where I was like, damn, I'm gonna get fucked.
yeah, it's just a lot of times it's just yeah, I know people on First 48 that have been on the First 48 in Dallas.
What is that?
You ever heard the show The First 48?
No.
It's on A&E. Basically, a murder.
Oh,
is committed.
yeah. And if you don't find them within the first 48 hours, the likelihood is
I was
dropped.
watching the show. I was like, oh, they found him. I know where he's at, bro. Yeah, because I remember I've seen it where like I knew the dude and like just growing up, I always knew he was.
Just 10 minutes into the episode, oh, I know where that motherfucker's at.
Yeah, he's in Dallas County right now. But yeah, man. And, you know, a lot of the times I used to even talk about this on stage, but I kind of stopped because I think Dave Chappelle did a joke about it, and then like I was like, oh, man, I can't talk about it no more because I used to talk about it because I would see it, bro. These people growing up, especially if you meet some of these people that are in jail for some wild shit, they're special ed, bro. They're like mentally disabled. They just don't know it,
Right.
Because there's a lot of times there's not resources like
Right.
like in the hood or even just around in regular neighborhoods. There's no resources to, in college, Adderall, all the white homies hooked it up. Shout out, you know who you are, because they would get
Sick.
They would get diagnosed with shit. Some of them had Ritalin, some of them had Adderall, whatever. All the bipolar homies hooked it up with Ritalin, you know, because that helps you study too, I guess.
Yeah.
Boom, whatever. A lot of these kids that are in jail or even juvenile, they're just undiagnosed with like Asperger's or like some type of autism where like they don't feel remorse if they punch you in the face or they rob you, they shoot you.
Yeah, they're just running loose.
And I'm not giving them an excuse for what they did, but I'm saying that a lot of times the people they look up to, even a lot of these rappers, are themselves undiagnosed with something.
Oh, so they can relate.
So they're like,
So
oh,
like
this rapper,
bipolar son of bitches are running around looking at Kanye like, yo, this guy's sick. Something like that.
not because he's actually, I think he fakes it. I don't know. Maybe to a certain extent. I'm talking about the super hood ass rappers, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Hood like Pooh Shiesty. He's in prison right now for some dumb
Pooh
shit.
Shiesty.
You know when people wear like the Shiesties? They got it from him, you know?
What's a shiesty?
The ski mask.
Oh, like a balaclava?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My friend, the balaclava. Pooch, bro. But yeah, I feel like a lot of kids will look up to these like super like just super thugs, super goons.
And the ones that they're idolizing are themselves in the future.
But no, but a lot of them are these super goons, but maybe let's say not like a superstar, like a super goon in their neighborhood that's known for shooting or whatever. They're maybe they're undiagnosed with the mental illness, and they're also maybe like addicted to like heroin or something. I don't know, pills. But they see these people as like, oh yeah, that's totally normal. I could be like that, but they're just undiagnosed with something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I'm not even making sense. But
No, I know what you're saying. You're saying that
of,
a lot of these guys are just fucking batshit crazy, and they don't even know it.
Imagine if they got diagnosed, they would be painters or artists.
Yeah.
They're just goons.
Yeah.
And that's what, if I win the lottery, if I become rich, you know, boom, boom. Once I do, I want to do something to offset that a little bit. Be like, hey man, you're retarded. You're not a goon. Let me do this. Come over here with me. You know, like I see hope. You know,
hey man, you're not a thug.
You're retarded.
You're a retarded person.
Yes.
Yeah.
See,
I can actually see that, but I think that no, I get that. Have you seen The Sopranos?
Hell yeah.
A lot of times, like what they kind of did that. They touched on that a little bit, where they're like, no, this guy's not just angry Mike. He's actually like he has a disorder, and he needs to be taking medication.
Yeah,
like this isn't normal. But they in that time it was like, no, me having a problem, like if they would always be like, oh, what do you think, I'm a schizophrenic or something? You think I'm fucking crazy?
You think I'm gay or what?
Yeah, you think I'm gay? You think this is me being gay? And it's like, no, dude. You need just a pill. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, it's like with therapy, bro. Like it's even with men, it's stigmatized. But even like when I was doing therapy during COVID.
Yeah, and
I would tell my parents about it, and they thought I was nuts.
Oh, really?
My parents are first generation. Well, they're immigrants.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of that. Yeah.
So they're like, hey, when you deal with stuff like that, you just gotta, you know, thug it out, or like, you know. We didn't have time to be depressed. We just worked. You know, we were working hard.
Just fight through it.
And my dad was looking at me. I remember when he looked at me like so disappointed. He thought I was like the biggest pussy. Because they associate therapy with being outright nuts.
Yeah.
Crazy.
There are some things. No. Yeah, I completely get it. And it's the same thing with Sopranos. Like he was like, I don't need therapy. That's fucking gay. And then
what do you?
Yeah, what are you, fucking gay, and talking there about how you like gay guys? And it's like, no, dude, it's just therapy. It doesn't have to be anything else. And then what's crazy is that he likes it later on in the show. He's like really into it.
What am I, some queer?
Yeah,
some queer.
Like I'm a fucking jabroni.
Yeah, nah, bro. Like that show. That's my favorite show. I think that's the best comedy ever written, bro. So far, I think it's one of the best comedies I've ever seen. It's a comedy, bro.
It is a comedy in a lot of ways.
It's a great dark comedy, bro. Every show had hilarious lines, bro. Paulie Walnuts when he threw the chair, queer.
Yeah, dude. Paulie was something else.
Bro, when they had when Chris was like tweaking off, like I think he was doing a lot of heroin, and they all like sat him down.
Yeah,
and they were just talking. I forgot what was said, but that was one of the funniest scenes, bro. I remember just dying laughing.
There's a lot of good ones. Another one I really liked was House. You ever watch House?
I never got to see. I got to see it when it was on like Channel 8 or something. Or
Yeah. House was the best, man. That shit was so good.
you kind of looked like the dude, bro.
Really? Oh wow.
Like the dude, what's his name? He's a good actor.
Gregory House. Oh, Hugh Laurie.
Yeah,
Hugh Laurie.
yeah. Those shows on TV on like prime time. I didn't really get to. That's when I like stopped kind of watching TV because I will watch Zoom and Arthur and Yu-Gi-Oh, and then I just don't remember much after that. I'll just be outside or.
I like had a life.
Yeah, bro. We were outside, bro. Like outside.
I would yeah, I'd play outside, but I would watch TV pretty much into high school. I was watching TV like TNT, FX. I'd
Wrestling.
Nah, I didn't get into wrestling. You were big into wrestling?
Nah, well, till like till I was like 12. Because after 12, I was just out, bro. We were outside, just like we'll like put on boxing gloves and we'll just fight in the street and then play basketball.
What was the craziest shit you did as a kid?
Nah, I mean, as a kid, I don't even remember, man. I remember we used to pee in water bottles and like throw it in the AC units at like this Chinese restaurant. That's pretty much it, bro.
Yo, why? Why?
We were some goons, bro. Like,
What would that do? It makes it smell like pee in there? Dude, that's so fucked up.
Nah, I'm kidding. Allegedly, you know. I was like 13, bro.
No, hold on.
Well, it's not just for we had a situation where they were being really rude and racist to us, bro. Like really rude, just very for no reason. They thought we were broke. They thought we didn't have money to pay for the food, and you know what? I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna pee in the fucking AC.
Oh my god!
But that's why you gotta be nice to everybody. You never know who you're messing with, bro.
You never know.
Yeah, I mean, I won't do shit now, but when I was 13, boy. I remember I used to go with a horn. We'll go with a horn and we'll pile up in my homies like Mom's Impala. He'll be driving. I'll get out the car. I'll run into like a Domino's Pizza, blow a horn, and like run out. And like sometimes the dudes would chase me, bro.
Oh, really?
Because bro, people that work at Domino's, like they're not like no punks, bro. They'll fight you, bro.
Why would they chase you? I don't think I would chase a kid for doing that.
Because I used to know some people that worked there, bro. They were real, bro. They would chase my ass down the street.
Damn.
I'll just jump in the car and
with an air horn. You would do that?
Hell yeah.
Dude, you're a fucking goon.
But now, like I was a good kid though. We'll have like BB gun fights, but I mean we'll just fight a lot, like boxing gloves. Like literally, we'll go to my homie's house. And then we'll all just fight, bro. We were all like Mexican, black, white dudes. We'll all just be fighting each other.
Are you any good?
I was okay, yeah. I could box, but I always tried boxing dudes bigger than me. And that's when I didn't realize about weight classes, right? You're just like, because it was a big dude that no one could, like, they couldn't, I was like, okay, fight him. And I couldn't do nothing to him. I remember one time, though, there was this dude, he was a bully, bro. Like, he was like, we were like 14. He was like 18. He was a boxer, a real boxer. And he was like actually like, you know, fought. And he would like to fight us all the time and like throw the gloves at us and like, you know, if you don't fight, you're a bitch. So we're always fighting, bro. He knocked me out like 4 times. Like,
oh, shit.
Like straight up. Like I'll be with them because I wasn't scared. But bro, this dude was like a grown ass man almost, like long. He was like 6'3".
Yeah,
bro. This is when I learned about hooks.
18 versus a 14-year-old.
Bro,
is crazy.
This is when I learned about hooks. Like, you know, a regular person, I'm not even a boxer either, but like, you throw a hook, right? You'll swing like that and like, you know, like you can weave it. The reason it's a hook, because a lot of times you don't see, the reason you swing it out, that's why having a reach is important. You swing it out, a lot of times you don't see it coming, bro. That's how people knock you out. So I'll be posted up and he'll go like that, feint with this one. I'm watching this one. And I don't even see it, and this thing just goes right. You just see this right here.
Oh, because it's coming in so far out.
It's so fast, bro. Like
what?
Boom.
That is crazy.
I remember seeing like like in the cartoons you see birds, bro. And I was like, you know what, bro? This is the last time I'm pulling up to this block, bro. This dude.
Damn, a left hook.
But yeah, that was chill, bro. It was like really fun though. I feel like we all like doing that. It was like how we bonded, bro. I remember this. There was this neighbor that my homie had. It was a black dude. He didn't like Mexicans, or he didn't like most of us. And there was like a lot of tensions in the high school.
But he'd like to go over there and kick the shit out of you guys.
Well, like there was like blacks versus Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a thing in that era. in the early 2000s.
Is that not a thing now?
Not much, bro, because like people are less dumb. I think it's like just kids that have institutionalized aunts and uncles or parents that bring down that ignorance to them. And a lot of times, bro, I was cool with everybody, but I remember sometimes I would get like sworn, like, you know, backdoored and whatever. But he was homies with one of these people, and we didn't really like each other because I knew he was just a bitch.
Yeah.
Because he would hang out with them. And like he was older than me, but we ended up just just boxing a lot, like fighting each other, and then we got cool. I think that's the beautiful thing about like being outside in the neighborhood, because you can be on the internet these days and there's people this and that.
Ending racism by kicking the shit out of another guy from another race.
But yeah, because like you just respect each other, bro. Like
Yeah,
at the
it's
end,
like we're both
and then we were
human.
cool, and now we see each other. Now when I go back to Dallas, I'll sometimes see him, like if I'm at the store at Tom Thumb, I'll run into old classmates, and we just say what's up.
Yeah, that is
what's
cool,
up, bro.
That is cool. I think that works. It's also just like time around each other. You realize it's really not that big a deal.
It's just stupidity and ignorance, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, yeah, there was like, it was bad for it got less bad. But my big brother was in high school. I was like one time 8, and like he was like 18. There was this huge rumble. There was like 200 people, 100 Mexican, 100 black dudes, and they were all gonna fight. And then I swear to God, somebody pulled out some boxing gloves, and then they just started boxing. Like the people, they'll just make around. They just started boxing, and at the end, the rumble didn't happen. Everyone was kind of just chilling. They boxed, boom, boom, and then everyone just went their separate ways. But the cops did come still. The cops came like literally.
Shit.
They came like in like
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of like that. But I'm not addicted to it, but I love watching boxing, like UFC.
Remember
shit.
Kimbo Slice?
That was the era, bro.
That was Kimbo Slice era. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the era. It was like the early 2000s. Like him.
Didn't that guy die?
Yeah, he died in a car accident. No, heart attack.
Oh, heart attack.
Yeah. He was a cool dude. Yeah. And that also was the beauty of like combat. Like he was, just like if you watched, I used to watch those, bro. Like the people they had around them, and like in the backyards of some random Cuban dude's backyard. And
Do you UFC now?
I watch it. Yeah. Yeah. I watch it almost every weekend, bro.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I'm not like, on paper, I'm a bro. On paper, I'm like
You don't give off a big bro energy, though. But on paper, I guess you are.
I used to be in a frat.
Oh, really?
I used to be in a frat and all that shit. But I'm not really like, I didn't continue it because I transferred to Texas State.
Oh, okay.
But but I was in all that, but I just did it because they had the hoods, bro. They had the hoes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I remember because there was the Mexican frats, but they didn't have no shorties at the parties, bro.
Right.
No disrespect. It's because they didn't have houses, bro. The white frats had the Greek houses.
Yeah.
At UNT.
They had real estate.
And then I met some cool people, some really cool people that weren't like, you know what, stereotypical douchebag. I met some cool people, and I did it for like a year, and it was cool. And then I got out, so.
Yeah.
That's it.
Frats can be hit or miss. It's like either, a bunch of cool people in there, or it's just a bunch of douchebags trying to one-up each other.
There was like 4 douchebags, and like everyone else was a bunch of nerds. Literally, like the dude, like I used to be in the MMA club there, and like we used to do like, just train basics, right? Like, whatever, jiu-jitsu and all that shit. Well, he was one of the dudes in it, and he's the one that, you should come to a party, blah, blah, blah. And, bro, I had never been, I was the first in my family to go to college. I didn't even know what the fuck he was talking about. I was like, they're talking about the Greeks. I was like, wait, y'all Greeks? And like, well, I'm Mexican. I mean, I fucking cool. Like, bro, and like, I didn't know, I swear to God, bro, I didn't know what any of this shit was. I was just like, cool, man, y'all seem cool, whatever.
I never met a Greek before. That's fucking awesome.
And they did the whole pledge thing. I never really got some dudes. I feel like some people just let themselves get like hazed or whatever. I never messed with any of that. But I would see it, bro. They would treat some of these
You wouldn't
kids
let
like
yourself
shit.
get hazed? What do you
Hell
mean?
no. I mean, I'd be like, what the fuck? One time I choked this dude.
Oh, you just stood up for yourself?
I just didn't know what was going on, bro. I was like, wait, what are you talking like? Why are you disrespecting me, bro? Like,
They respected that, I bet, though, right?
yeah, I was like, what the fuck is going on? But I didn't know what was going on, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't know what a frat was. I was like,
Did they respect you for like standing up for yourself and being like, don't fuck with me like that?
yeah, I feel like anyone that did, they would. I feel like
Yeah, but some guys were just kind of like,
there were dorks, bro. There were some dudes that were just dorks, and that
Yeah.
respectfully though, I loved them, but they were yeah, they would just let them. Oh, yeah, what are you gonna do to me? That was some freaky ass shit.
Oh shit!
Like, what are you gonna do to me?
What are you gonna do to me? Is nuts.
Nah, but that whole experience, I don't think I had like a real experience though, because I remember it was going so good. Like the first few weeks were like we were going to parties, all these girls, bro. It's because it was the first time I was partying with like white people. I'm from Dallas, and like all the parties were Mexican, black, good times. At these frat parties, all these white chicks, and like, but then like all the little baddie Mexican chicks, Latinas will go to these parties too. You know, all the black girls. Well, see, that's the problem. I also have with frats. You don't see a lot of black people.
Yeah.
So I would go to the black parties too, though. But that was its own thing. That was actually the two fraternities I was trying to join, like a white one or a black one.
Really?
Because they had all the shorties, bro.
Yeah.
The Mexicans, I fuck with them. Now they have the shorties, but at that time they were struggling in that realm.
Right.
Going back, I would join them because of the history and everything.
Right.
But they had the hoods, bro. Anyways, it was going well, right? Just to make it short, like the homie says, to make a fat story skinny. They banned alcohol because something that happened in our house. This dude from another frat came.
How do you ban alcohol? That's fucking nuts.
Tell you what happened, bro. There was a party, boom, boom. This douchebag from this other frat that are known for being douchebags comes through. He's being belligerent, like kind of bullying people, trying to start fights. The house is big, has a balcony indoors, upstairs. He's drinking, boom. He sits on the thing. He falls. He's so fucked up. He falls back. He falls, lands on his head. Boom, brain comes out.
You saw the brain?
And I didn't see. I wasn't. I wasn't there.
Ooh.
I was not there.
Wait. Hold on. He fell off the balcony.
According to what I read, yes, legal documents. Now, according to boom, boom. He was in a coma for like 30 days. It was all over the news.
Oh my god.
That's the reason alcohol was banned at UNT for a while.
I think I remember this actually.
It was our fraternity. We got suspended, and that's when I was like a pledge or whatever. So my whole experience with the whole fraternity shit, I don't think it was like normal, right? So
because you didn't have alcohol.
Well, it just wasn't. We were suspended too. It really wasn't till like the next year it was all right, but yeah, then I ended up transferring, so I never had the full experience. So I never really.
Right.
Anyways, I joined it because, bro, I was the first in my family in college. I was just like, hey, I want to do this, and that. Whatever.
You just wanted to try everything, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't do a fraternity. A lot of my friends did, but
I met a lot of cool people, but I also met a lot of losers.
Yeah.
In that space, not in where I was at, but just in general.
Yeah.
In that space.
I think it is good to be a part of some kind of group in college, though.
Yeah, so I ended up playing soccer. I was doing the football thing, but that wasn't going to work out. So I ended up joining the soccer team there, and that's where I met some cool people and shit.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I played pool. That's what I did. I was into billiards.
You still play right now?
Yeah, I can still play.
You go to the Grand, or what? Where do you go out here?
I don't play as much, but if I do play, it's like gonna be on a bar box somewhere. But I used to go to Slick Willie's a lot, and the Grand a lot.
So my roommate goes to Slick Willie's like twice a week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like he has like 2 pool sticks and shit. Like
yeah, I got some sticks in the other room. Yeah, I played a lot. I played in Vegas at for a tournament. I got invited to go to a tournament in Vegas. It was fucking good. But that's like my whole college experience was pool. That's what I was doing. It was just nonstop. Go to the bar, hang out, play pool.
Wasted youth. Hell yeah. Nah, because now pool's dope, bro. You go to the pool halls now. There's
sick.
People there, bro. There's shorties out there too and everything.
Pool's a fun thing because I was never good at athleticism, like running and jumping and basketball and all that shit. I was never good at it. But pool, you can have that experience and not have to like.
Where you take a Zen, you just lock in, bro.
Just Zen and lock in. I love that. But I love pool. I was
like an 8 milligram Zen.
Yeah, I was good. You ever play?
I'll play with the homies. Like when they play, they go often, like twice a week, 3 times. They got their own sticks. Yeah. I'll join them. I've always growing up, I've always played, but like just like every now and then, right? And then now that my roommates are playing, or my roommate is playing, and the other homie's playing, I will hop in with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's fun, bro. Like, And then like it's very social. We'll get homies together and wall play, boom, boom. So it's a good time, bro. It's very social, very 30-year-old activity.
Yeah, I like it.
Are you 30? Or
Yeah, I'm 31.
Oh yeah, 30. I'm 31 as well, bro. It's like a very 31-year-old ass shit to do. Like just fucking.
Yeah. What about stand up? You don't think that's a 30-year-old thing?
Bro, what do you mean? I think it's like the best time to do it. And I feel like
Really,
the beauty,
that feels good. Yeah,
bro. The beauty of stand-up comedy, I feel like we get it twisted with like other things, and people. The beauty of stand-up comedy is you. The more you know who you are, the more you're comfortable up there. I mean, we got shit to talk about now, bro. Like even like sometimes, bro. I started at 19, but obviously I wasn't like consistent, and then I took a little break. Obviously, the COVID years, like 3 years or 2 years, that I didn't do it. Overall, I think I've been doing it for like 5 years straight up. But obviously, like when I started, I'll do mics once a week or like once every 2 weeks. And even like the last 2 years, I've been very consistent with it as much as I can.
yeah.
That's the only time I've ever been consistent and like in that. But the thing is, like I felt those years like I would try to just live or like have shit to talk about. And now I want to stay away from like just fucking like dumb topic, like not dumb topics, but just stuff that
I think we talked about this. Like when you're younger, you come up with just more weird scenarios. But when
Yeah.
you're older, your comedy becomes more about experiences that you've had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We've lived, I feel like if you lived like a unique life, you could talk about it and you can make it funny in a way. That's what I'm trying to do. It's a challenge, bro. Like I'm learning. I'm 31. I know I've been doing it like for a few years, but it's still nothing compared to other people, right? That are like seasoned in the game. And a lot of times there's people that have been doing it for 20 and they're garbage, right?
Yeah.
So it's what you make it, bro. I've known people that are doing it for 1 year, 2 years. Bro, they're the funniest people I've ever met. Bro, like I remember even seeing like, bro, Ralph Barbosa when I remember it was like his second time doing it. I think he told me it was the second time. We were like at Backdoor Comedy in Dallas. It was at this DoubleTree hotel. First time I met him, bro. He said it was like his second time going up. He went up there, bro.
Smashed.
He had everybody in that bitch dying, bro. Like it was his second time, and I was like, God damn, bro.
I think
some people got it.
some people just have it. But I do think that they can, I don't know. It depends. It depends.
You can develop into it. It's like Bill Burr, bro.
There could be like a beginner luck thing there too,
Man, well, I mean, he was always like that. Like every time he went up, he was killing it. But the thing is, like, people don't see the work you put behind the scenes when
That's
you're
the
writing,
thing.
think about shit. Some people have had adversity growing up, but you can flip that shit into like some
Into something funny.
shit, bro.
Yeah.
It's like Bill Burr didn't blow up to his 30s, I think, and then he had lived a life. He knew who he was.
Yeah. Another one was Louis C.K. That's the one I always look up to because Louis C.K.,
My favorite.
I feel like he didn't really pop off until like his late 30s because his late 30s is when he had kids. And he did this thing in an interview where he was going, I was doing these dumb little jokes about, abortion or like, money or just like things that don't really matter, that aren't really deep and don't really explain who I am. But then the first time I went up on stage and I was like, I hate my kids because of this. And people were like, whoa, it was like an actual real moment. And then people could be like, oh shit, that's a real person.
It's authentic, bro.
It's authentic. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you said, like a 31-year-old thing to do. I feel like, wait, do you think a lot of the comics are younger? Yeah, right. In Austin,
I think so.
they're.
Yeah. A lot of them are younger.
That's crazy. I remember I used to be like the young dude at the open mics.
I feel like I'm an older person at the open mics usually.
Yeah, but with stand up is different, man. Like, and you know what's crazy? I meet a lot of like older comics too sometimes, and a lot of times like they think that they do feel like I shouldn't be at these open mics around these younger people, this and that. But I'm like, damn,
I don't think that's the right attitude though.
hell no, because you're never gonna get better, bro. Like
you gotta suffer and get in the muck and get in there. Yeah,
I'm gonna be doing these open mics till I blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
Yeah,
no,
Yeah.
I'm a
act like I don't know.
Nah, bro. It's like Austin is a place where you work on your shit.
Yeah,
It's like a place where you work on your fucking
Yeah.
sets, because then you can get a show in Dallas, or I have some stuff coming up in Dallas, or like wherever it may be. Yeah. So I got some stuff in LA like in 2 weeks.
yeah.
I got to work on that shit here, bro. So I got to hit up all the mics I can, bro.
You buy your flight or do you drive there?
Flight. Yeah. Yeah. Hell, I'm not. But I've drove.
What are
to,
they? Well, hold
Hell
on.
no.
This might be personal. What do they So you got a booked for a show out in LA.
It's so it is in Spanish too. It's cool because I have opportunities that come in Spanish and in English, but I feel like a lot of dope stuff also happens in Spanish. So there's this TV show out there that's in Spanish.
Right.
They highlight a Latino Spanish act once a week, and yeah, they're gonna. So you're on live TV. You gotta do a clean set, and yeah, that's why I'm going tonight over here. I need to keep working as much as I can.
Do they pay you enough to make up for the ticket? I feel like the ticket's expensive.
I'm not worried about that. I don't even care what happens with that.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the TV thing. I'm gonna network.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get on a little showcase while I'm out there.
I got you.
Yeah, because I don't even want to worry about money stuff till like it really, you know what I'm saying? Till it's really coming, like it's some big checks, bro.
Right.
Yeah, because like when I do get paid, it's like if I do my own show, I sell my tickets, I get paid. But if it's not my own show and it's like pays whatever it is, I'll
See,
take
this
it.
is the part of the game that I really don't know anything about. I don't know about ticket sales and what you make your cut and like what it takes. I don't know anything about that part of the game.
Just doing it yourself, bro. Like I remember the clubs. Sometimes they don't have a fair. I mean, it's a club. They're a business. But sometimes if you are at a club, there's some clubs in Dallas where like they'll sell a ticket for $20. You're only making $5 from that ticket, bro. They keep everything else. They keep the bar, everything. So I would even like sometimes like even where I wouldn't get an opportunity, I was like, fuck it, I'll just do it myself. So I'll get a venue, I'll sell the tickets, and I'll keep everything. And then I'll pay the comics really, I mean, fair in my opinion. You know, I'll pay for 5 minutes, so you can feel like $50 or sometimes 100, whatever. But that's just if I'm able to control the funds, because sometimes clubs they're a business, bro. They got to pay the bills. So
Right.
and sometimes they don't see you. Like I sometimes look at the lineups for some clubs, and there are dope comics, but sometimes you're like, damn, this person has like, what the hell? Like they got a whole weekend here. Cool. I mean, I want to work to get to that level, but let me show them that I can bring out people. That's what. So I do that. I've been doing it. Sometimes you think that. Sometimes I'm like, damn, am I like wasting my time? Am I like just crazy? Am I not like, I'm probably not funny and I'm just wasting my time. And I'll do a show and they'll sell out. And I'm like, damn, people really, they wasted, you know, they spent their money. They wasted their money.
Yeah. That's crazy.
No, but they spent their money. They bought the merch.
Right.
And they pulled up and they had a good time, bro. Like, and then I'm like, maybe this is that one time. I did it again. Boom, happened again.
Well, how are you marketing?
Shoot, I just make videos.
Put them on Instagram and.
I like making songs for my shows. Like I had one at a place called Wild Detectives, and the show was at 8 p.m. I don't know if you heard the song. What is it? 4 p.m. You know Four Bats?
No.
It's a dude that wears a balaclava or like a ski mask.
Oh yeah.
He had a song that
What'd
was
you
popping.
call it earlier?
Shiesty.
A shite.
Yeah, he had a song that was popping, bro. Anyways, I just recreated that song, but as a promo, I did a parody for my show.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Wild Detectives, 8 p.m.
Nice.
And I was wearing the shiesty too.
You said you post on TikTok?
It's on my Instagram and on my TikTok.
Okay. I got to get your TikTok after this.
Yeah, bro. I was hanging a mic and then, you know, I was like rapping to it. And then for this last show, I did a coding crazy, but I made it into in Spanish, like un mezcalito.
Yeah.
And then people like it, bro. So
And they pull up. Yeah.
and it's just like yeah, I mean it's a good time, but so that's the thing, bro. I think it's just taking the chance on yourself, bro, and just doing it because you're never gonna know, especially if you have you're from Austin, bro. You got a community here, you got people that know people, blah blah, this and that.
Yeah. Maybe I should run a show and just try to get some comics on it. I don't think I could do anything other than like maybe 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes would be.
Eric and friends.
Yeah.
Eric, you know.
And what they would say, they call me in Brazil is Ericon.
Maricon?
Ericon.
Oh.
Ericon or Eriquinho is the other one.
Eriquinho.
Eriquinho.
Obrigado, joga bonito. Joga bonito, bruto.
It's so, they go, obrigado, Eriquinho, tô fofinho. Muito obrigado, Eric.
I feel like through watching UFC, bro, I feel like I learned how to understand Brazilian,
Oh,
like
yeah?
Portuguese. When
Yeah.
like Alex Pereira or like Amanda Nunes would speak,
Yeah.
because a lot of it is Latin or like it derives.
Very. Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like a lot of words in Spanish, bro. So I'm kind of understanding what they're saying. But
Yeah. I
so
feel that way with Spanish sometimes. It depends on how people are speaking. I feel that way about Italian too sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like I can pick up a little bit of
so
what's
Latin.
going on.
Yeah, when the Pope was talking, I could pick up a few words. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, shout out to O Block, shout out to Fo and them, shout out to Free Dirk.
American Pope.
He was like because he's from the South Side of Chicago.
Yeah, that's crazy,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. It was
That was one thing. That was one thing we were yelling in Mexico was American Pope. We were walking around being like American Pope.
Hell yeah! I mean, he counts out here. He spent time in Peru, a lot of time in Peru.
Oh yeah,
His mom's Peruvian or something,
yeah.
so he speaks Spanish fluently too. So
Oh, that's badass. I would love to go to Peru. That would be a cool spot. I heard the food there, the ceviche, is just like.
Peruvian ceviche is good. There's a lot of memes on Instagram that talk shit about Peru.
Oh really? Why?
It's like a baby being born in the womb, and then when you find out you're being born in Peru, and then the baby's like, ah. There's just a lot of people talking shit about. It's like
why
show
do they
pictures,
talk shit? Peru's kind of cool.
They show
like
pictures
that.
of Pakistan and Peru, and they're like, which one's Peru?
That's funny. That's interesting. I think Peru is one of the poorer ones in South America, though.
No, I mean, I don't know. I think
Probably the worst one's Paraguay. I think that one's the worst one.
I don't even know, but with the memes, yeah. But like in real life, I would love to go to Peru, Machu Picchu, do fucking ayahuasca,
Yeah.
in Machu Picchu, get robbed. I want to do that.
Yeah. Peru, Paraguay. I've been to Paraguay, and that was by far the most poor country I've ever been to in my life. I was like, this is pretty bad.
Paraguay. I want to go to South America before I go to Europe. Straight up.
Yeah. I've been to Uruguay. I've been to Brazil. I've been to Argentina. I've been to
Chile.
I've not been to Chile. I would love to go to Chile. Wine is good. Beaches are good.
Colombia.
I have not been to Colombia.
I want to go to Colombia.
Yeah, Colombia would be a cool one. Medellin.
Yeah, go on the BBL tour. Just
Yeah, that's
fucking
big ass
slurping on.
booties. Dude, a buddy of mine was just there, and he was like, "It's crazy how these girls they'll talk to you, they'll flirt with you, they'll be hanging out with you the whole night, and then when you bring them back, they're like, hey, this is going to be $500 for the night.' Like, and it's just like, damn, you're just gonna.
Oh, your dude's passport, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. I mean, I feel like, yeah, if you don't know,
Passport bros
know.
get so much shit.
Yeah, nah, if you don't know about those, like, if I see that shit happening, I'll know right away. I'm like, hey, man. Hey, girl.
hey, man, what?
No, thank you.
Yeah.
You got any deals going on? Nah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it depends. Like, if you meet a girl on the street, then yeah, she's probably looking for a passport. But like, my mom was Brazilian. She came here to learn English, and then my dad met her, and then she just stayed. So I mean, they can work.
But not anymore, because Trump signed the thing where if you marry an American citizen, that will not guarantee that's not, you can't get papers like that anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So the whole fake marriage thing is out the window.
Yeah, a bunch of people are about to find out. They don't have game.
Damn.
They just got papers,
A
bro.
bunch of people are going to find out. What do you think about it? Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think a lot of people are about to find out they don't got game.
That's true. That is true.
But
That'd be a good bit. That'd be a good bit.
You know why I know this? 'Cause I know people that have done this specifically for the papers,
Yeah.
and then they separate right after they get their papers.
Yeah.
I know people, not people with my family, just people that I've heard about or that I've seen it.
I've heard someone talking about doing that to get citizenship. He was like, he's an Austin person, comic, and he was like, yeah, I don't have citizenship, and I was thinking about doing a fake marriage.
Are you talking about stand-up con Francisco? Nah,
Oh.
no, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I don't fucking know. I don't know his status.
No, I don't think it was him. It was, that doesn't matter, but
Now, a lot of people come here. A lot of Latinas marry older white dudes,
Latin. Yeah, that's the thing.
and a lot of them are gonna find out she don't love you, bro.
Yeah, she wanted that
I'm
eagle.
not talking about. I'm talking about
No, I know. Yeah.
Talking about Plano, Texas.
I mean, I got game, so I'm not worried about it.
No, I was talking about your dad.
Yeah. Well, dude, they've been married 35 fucking years.
Oh, see, that was the worst.
Yeah, they're good.
It's like
bro.
Tom Segura. Like Tom Segura talks about his dad meeting his wife out there, or his mom in Peru, I think. Or,
Yeah, I think he's Peruvian.
yeah, it's like, bro, it's like that's a thing. People find love, but a lot of that, but a lot of them are business deals too. A lot of them were like the girl or like the person, the man has money from over there. He's like, hey, look, I'm gonna give you 10,000.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to continue this because I don't want to.
But I know my parents, and like they definitely didn't do that. But at the same time, she was like, either I'm going back or I'm not. It's up to you. Do you want to marry me? And he was like, man, let's do it.
Hey, bro, not to sound like a misogynist, but I mean, in those times, bro, women love security. If hey, this guy's gonna provide for me, that's what they
Canceled.
want, bro.
No, I'm joking.
That's what they want.
No, I agree.
At the end of the day, bro, if you tell a girl that you're broke, she's not gonna want you.
I'm gonna take it a step further. I think that's a lot of the reason why there's like a population decline, and people say it's harder to date these days than it was in the past. Because what women are finding out is that as they get more equal, that they don't really need a man for security, and they look at men as like, you're more of a liability, like you're more of an issue. You know what I mean? Unless you're hyper, super, massively rich. Why would I spend my time with you when I could just do it myself?
And that's what they try to compare you to. Look, baby, look. I was gonna take you out to dinner, but I lost my parlay. So in 2 months, we can do it again. We can go to dinner. But I'm gambling right now. I'm addicted to it. You know, it's killing our relation. I don't know, but see, gambling is killing fertility. I think there's a correlation with
Do you
that.
Gamble?
Hell yeah.
Dang.
I'm just talking about myself. Nah.
Have you gotten in trouble with a woman because of gambling?
Nah, hell no.
No?
Not yet. Nah, but I think it could be an issue because I don't gamble big.
Yeah.
Because it's just like $15, $20. But I'll lose maybe like $100 sometimes. And that's a lot of money for me, bro, because I just don't like I'm frugal, bro. I don't like losing money like on bullshit. I'll spend money on gear, you know?
Yeah.
Like on gear. I'll spend money on like, you know, on mic. I have the SM7D and like the little interfaces and shit. I'll spend money on that.
Right.
But bro, when I lose money like that, I feel like,
yeah.
I see how some people like let it ruin their lives because it's the new crack era. There's a lot of stuff with men that's going on right now that I don't
Gambling is
blame.
definitely like not a great thing for men. I don't gamble personally. I have gambled and I just can't do it again. I lost so much when I went to Vegas once, and I was like, "There's no way I can ever do that again."
Yeah, bro. I was in Vegas in February. I lost like $500. I was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah,
but with fertility, I mean, a lot of, I mean, and a lot of, I mean, there's also more options too because a lot of women also are like freezing their eggs and this and that.
Yeah,
but I don't know, bro. I feel just people don't want to have kids right now.
I think that's also a piece of it. It's not always the men, but there's a lot of things that are pointing to no kids. It's expensive. The men and women differences, real estate prices. That's expensive.
Real estate is crazy.
Real estate, like daycare, is another one. Like
daycare. Daycare. Once I found out, that was like enough for me to like just be like just very careful. You know, just bro, daycare is like $500 a week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's.
And I'll see some families, and I'm like, dude, you have 4 kids, and you work, like, both you and your wife have pretty shitty jobs. Like, how the fuck are you doing that, you know? How do you do that? And then you have to eat shit food, which is unhealthy because now you have, you know what I mean? It's just so expensive to have a good, solid foundation.
That's why, like, I'm telling you, like, selling cocaine is not a terrible idea. Really, like that's sometimes the only way some people can like experience like upper class.
Is cocaine selling? Some Scarface shit?
Just illegal activities.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because it's almost impossible to get out of poverty sometimes.
Yeah.
It's almost like, you can work 60 hours a week.
Well, it's a black hole. I mean,
bro, you got to sell cocaine.
That's what they always say. The billionaires and the millionaires, you always talk to these guys, they're always like, the hardest thing was making the first million. Because it's so hard to turn something into something big. You have to get lucky. Like you can't. But once you have 1 million, turning it into 2 is not that hard, is what they always say.
Yeah, bro. Like man. Anyways, yeah. How long do you record?
We're at an hour and 50. At any point, you're like, "Hey, I think I'm done." Then
No, I was gonna. No, yeah, no. I think I'm almost good. Yeah, but I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, to get out of a certain situation, you just gotta hustle hard or sell cocaine. One of the two.
Well, I think you could sell anything, really. I think sales in general is the answer.
Yes.
Like people sell fucking bullshit tech shit all day here in this town that people don't need, and they make fucking bank. So,
well, yeah, like metaphorically selling cocaine, where like it's not illegal. It's just you're selling something,
right,
for white people. Yeah.
Yes.
Poetry. Man, like after you're 31, you see why it's so popular.
Cocaine?
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
do
I think it keeps people going. That and Adderall.
I don't do it, but like, bro, 11 p.m. hits, bro. I'm trying to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
But it's Friday night. The party's going. Like, I'll go, bro. I'll go to Buzzmill. I'll get a Americano at 12, bro.
That's crazy.
At midnight, I'll get like a coffee at midnight, bro. Because I'm not staying up, bro.
Yeah. But it's crazy how it will. It'll bounce you back. Adderall, cocaine, coffee, whatever it is. It's like, okay, you bounce the fuck back. But the reason why I don't drink coffee and I don't do Adderall or even cocaine is because my sleep is so precious to me. It's insane.
You wear the whole nose thing? Like the...
No, I don't do that. I just sleep a lot. Like I probably do 9 or 10 hours a night. Like I'm on the upper end for sleep, which is kind of shitty because I feel like I should get some more time back in my day to do other stuff. But I just...
You work from here, right? From home?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a dope spot, bro. It's like, damn, kind of wanted to... I would love to get a house in Austin, like in this area. Like, this is cool.
Yeah, I bought my place in 2019.
Oh, before
the meow. So, and I've always lived in Austin since I was like 12. So my parents, right when I got out of college and I was getting a job, they were like, you need to work hard. And then I did. And they were like, well, you have money, so buy a house. And this place was pretty cheap for the time because it was kind of secluded and out here in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and this was like the hood.
Yeah, this wasn't a great area.
All the good strip clubs, all the strip clubs like down the street.
Yeah, Divas is right up there.
That's,
I don't know if is that a good one? Is that a good one?
I don't know if you heard my bits about strip clubs. They're all from that strip club.
From Divas or from
Divas, bro. Every time you go, it's all Latinas. None of them know English.
Oh,
and
really?
Everyone that you talk to just got here, bro.
Really?
They're like, papi, soy de Cuba, acabo de llegar, soy de Venezuela. And I'm like, this is like sex slaves, bro. Like they all just got here. And then like sometimes like you will look at, like, you can see their Instagram. They got like a big following, and they don't give no hints that they're strippers. They're just like living like influencers, but they're really strippers.
Oh.
And like they're just, yeah, bro. It's kind of concerning, to be honest.
And they get money from OnlyFans and all that.
I think they have pimps, so like they have handlers because they make it to this country. And they're like, look, indentured servitude. I'm gonna get you here.
I don't know. I think that's how, I don't know if this is right, but I'm pretty sure that's how Andrew Tate got his thing, is he's basically pimping girls. That's why they were saying he's a trafficker. It's because what he's actually doing is like going, hey, you're from this area, you're hot, you have a good Instagram following, we'll move you to this area, you work here, you do this, we'll set up an Instagram and like marketing page for you, and then we take a cut, basically.
Well, that's what a pimp is.
That's
bro.
a fucking pimp.
Well, that's like
it's a modern pimp. That's what it is.
Well, I think that's illegal, bro. I don't even. Hey, hold up. Hey, we should not put their names because it's the mafia.
Oh, like divas? The divas is the mafia?
Allegedly. No, I'm saying like how they get there. They got to be plugged in. So we can, we can buzz out the name.
I'll buzz out the name. I don't think you said a name though, right?
Divas.
Oh, divas. Oh, yeah. It just looks like a truck stop strip club. But
I think I was just. That's what I thought at the moment.
Yeah, it's all fake. I don't think they'll see this.
Hey, but it's. I don't go to strip clubs like that. But when I did go, I got invited.
You got the vibe.
No, I got invited. The homie, he was like, I'll pay your entrance and whatever. I'll let you borrow $100. I was like, oh hell yeah, I'll go.
It's $100 to go in.
No, it's like
I was like, I thought it was 20.
No, it's like 45 for VIP. And it's BYOB.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
So if you're gonna go to a bar, spend like a certain amount of money, you can just go there, BYOB.
Yeah, I always don't really like going to strip clubs though. It feels weird.
It's a dark place, bro.
It's a weird place to be.
It's a dark place, but the reason I went there was I was catching up. I went with my cousin. We were just catching up. We were catching up and talking about some ideas because I shoot skits with him sometimes. So like we were catching up and stuff. We just happened to be at the strip club, and then another homie pulled up too, that he was visiting from Mexico, and that's one of his best friends. We were just catching up, and it happened to be at the strip club. Yeah,
that's a good place to catch up with someone because I think if you're there just for the girls, it gets so expensive and nothing happens. But if you're there with some homies and you're talking about something and you just have something to look at every now and then, that's kind of
you got a table, you're drinking.
Yeah, that's better.
It's a vibe, dude.
That's better. But if you're there to be like, let's see if we can bang one, it's like you're not gonna bang one of the strippers.
Yeah, I don't think that's the way to go about it. See,
there are dudes who are like that, and it's like, dude, what are you doing with your money?
I don't want to spend my. I'm very aware where my money goes, and I don't want it to go there.
Yeah. Me neither.
I'd rather invest like in a fucking shitcoin or something. Nah, never mind. I'd rather gamble than spend it on a stripper.
Gambling's a move. Most of my money, I try to think, goes to probably like monthly bullshit that I gotta fucking pay for. But
yeah, bro. But that's
food
cool
is the other
setup.
one. Yeah.
Be jamming here or what? You got like a banjo. You know how to play or what?
I don't anymore. That's an ornament now. I used to know how to play the banjo and the guitar. I can still play the guitar, but not as well as I used to. I just don't pick it up anymore. I don't play it. I had a piano. It's in the other room, but I don't. Again, I just don't play. It's so time consuming, and then you get very little out of it. And it's like I don't think I want to do that. Most of my time has been stand up lately. I've just been going to all the open mics that I can, just because it's so fun.
What are you gonna hit tonight?
I go to the Creek at 5, or it's at 6 actually is when it starts. So that's Dane's mic. It's called Dunk Tank. And then on Tuesdays after that, there was a newer mic that I was thinking of going to on Lefty's Bar on 6th. And there's not a lot of people there, and you can just kind of go off and rattle off some jokes. And then on Tuesday, I may go to the Midnight Mic at Creek again.
Yeah.
A lot of my stuff revolves around the Creek, just because I feel like they have so many different open mics that you can do.
Yeah. How long? Wait, last week y'all went late, right? It was like 2 a.m. when you got out of there, right? Oh, you ended up leaving, right? Because our show didn't start till like 11 something.
Yeah, I never went up. I left at like 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys were there finishing, like people were still cleaning up and stuff after 12:30, I think. So it really didn't. It was going on for a while. But I like the Xavier mic. Sometimes it starts at 10. Actually, they're doing the Latino night again tonight, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up. Yeah, I got pulled on. Like if you do good, they put you on like the thing, like the
panel,
and then like some dude like was gonna challenge. I was up there, and then like I had to roast battle some dude. I don't do roast, bro. And like the guy, he's cool. I didn't even know what to say. I was like, bro, he was wearing like a wacky shirt. His hair was all undone. I was like, you look like, in Spanish, I was like, you look like you pulled up here in a unicycle and your seat's a dildo. I said some dumb
shit, but it hit.
But then he didn't say, I got so lucky because he didn't know what to say back. He was no, he said, you look like a PhD student. And I was like, what? I was like,
damn,
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
I was like, thank you. And then, but that's a cool mic, bro. I mean, it's new. It's the only one. So it's like the only one in Spanish, bro.
Yeah, only one in Spanish. Yeah. That is cool.
The audience. This fool's making people kiss and shit. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's cool. But I mean, I was just like, I hope they fucking kiss or not. Let's just move on, bro. What the fuck? This girl didn't want to kiss this one dude. I was like, he was like, kiss. I was like, bro, just chill, bro.
That's funny.
But it was just fun. It was funny because then they ended up like, I think they hooked up too. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro. If you want to meet a little Latina, bro, just sit in the audience and they'll pick you out. And they'll be like, white dude. You like Latinas? Yeah.
Kiss that bitch. Go for it.
I don't condone any of that. I'm just I was just watching the show.
Nah, he condones it.
I don't own the show. I'm not part of it, but if I get booked, we could talk after that.
He owns it and condones it.
But if I get booked, then hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, man, I think I'm good on that, bro. I'll end on shit. Oh, on the vlog, I want to continue it. I'm actually working on the next one. This one is about literally the opening line is, I'm a full-time comedian now. Well, I got fired from my job, but still, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the writing process. It's basically kind of just talking about my journey as a stand-up comedian and where I'm at right now. So this one is going to be focused on that. And
how do you write?
So look, right now, there's a lot of shit going on. Look, at the end of the day, bro, I really got into this to represent my people, where I'm from, like represent that shit. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's people from Texas, Dallas, Mexican people, Mexican Americans, immigrants, all that shit. I have to write about that, bro, and that's my challenge, to make that shit funny. You know, a bunch of fucked up shit happening, right? That's where I came up with that joke about how a rusty pistol that
has more rights.
It has more rights than my uncle that don't have papers.
Yeah. It is good.
And that's why I wanted to integrate there. Like, my uncle drives a Subaru because lesbians don't get deported. And boom, boom, this and that. Obviously, I'm still working on it, bro. But like, I want to integrate real shit into my stand-up. And obviously, it's not perfect. It still has a long way to go, but that's my process. I want to know what's bothering me or what's grabbing my attention these days and what's important to me. I'm writing from here, bro. Like, now, that's my challenge. I used to write just whatever. I used to have a joke about like, oh, they say Hector's a man whore. Actually, no, they say Hector's a man whore. He'll fuck anything that walks. Actually, I'll fuck anything that used to walk. You know, I'll fuck a bitch in a wheelchair. Boom, just dumb shit.
Yeah.
And now I want to write more about like actual stuff. I've always been real with my stand-up, bro. Always been real. But
yeah, some of the best stories are just shit that you've done in your past. Like the one, like you can make a good bit out of putting pee inside the fucking air conditioner. That's hilarious.
Stop Asian hate.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious. Like, even when you said it, I was like, that's nutty. Because it's such an ingenious way to fuck somebody over.
That stopped the Asian hate towards me, a Mexican.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, but I remember I just felt, I was young. That place closed down, and I think they went back to China. But
I bet they fucking closed down, dude.
I
closed that fucker down.
They were like, man, it's a whole thing. And I love everybody, Asian community, but they didn't like us, bro. They didn't fuck with us. And I had an issue with that, bro. They were really also rude to my parents, because my parents didn't know English that well, and they also didn't know English that well, but they would be rude to my parents. And I'm like, all right, fuck y'all. I'm pissing y'all shit. But
Asians can be mean too, like anybody else.
But it's anyone. I didn't care who it was, bro. I didn't care who it was, bro. If you're gonna be rude to me, we're gonna figure it out.
You'll pee in the AC of a McDonald's. You don't give a fuck.
We did that. We threw out a window once.
At a McDonald's window?
Not the drive-through window, just the window.
Just with full of pee?
Yeah.
Damn, you guys peeing a lot in these cups.
Yep.
What's gross is you have to drive around with pee in a cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we did that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're dumb, bro. Like, I really see now when I see kids doing dumb shit on the internet, it's like a part of me I hate it, bro. I'm like, these dumbass kids. But then a part of me, I can't say anything. I can't say anything about it, bro.
Yeah, we used to egg houses. That was one thing that we would do.
That's the one thing that we didn't do.
Oh, really?
We threw bricks at cars.
I took a shit on someone's mailbox once. That was one of the bad ones.
That's some real shit, bro.
Yeah.
Literally. One time, we knew we had to drop on, someone egged my house, and we threw a brick through their house window.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They never mess with. Yeah, I mean, it's because like we never mess with anybody, but with people especially, like it's just, yeah.
Did they get back at you?
Well, they egged our shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so they were like, all right, we're even.
We ended up getting in a fight, and then he got deported, so it's all good. I ain't worried
damn! A lot of people around you getting deported.
Nah, it was just him.
Oh,
he's one of the only ones. Yeah.
Oh.
This dude was like a bully too, man. This dude was older. He was older, and that other guy. but he was just like a little goon, bro. Like just a little Mexican cholo dude. And there was like the ESL kids, and he was like a little goon with them, older.
Do you ever hear about people doing that with Jolly Ranchers on cars?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard, but I can see how that would chip the paint.
Yeah. They would put a Jolly Rancher on a car and then leave and stick it there, and then it would fuck with the paint. Yeah,
man, that's messed up. But yeah, I remember that dude. The reason we started getting into it, bro. One time, his girl at that time pushed my sister, and he was with her, and they were yelling at my sister, and I was just with the homies, and I saw it, and I was like a nerd, bro. Like, I mean, I was a little troublemaker in high school, but I was a student. I was a class president, bro.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Oh, did you have to like take out ads and everything?
Nah.
Put posters on the wall.
I did it organically, bro. I went to class. I did my thing, you know.
Damn, and, you were just talking to people class to class.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I was like a dual letterman. I played football, soccer. I was a captain and shit. I was all A's, bro. I was a smart kid.
Damn, you were prom king.
Homecoming king.
Hey,
yeah.
Dude, you remind me of someone so much. I'll show you after this, but
some Mexican, I know. But
no. He looks just like you though, but he might be Mexican.
Doppelganger.
His name is Rainwater, but he was also prom king, also double varsity. Like all of what you just said, the exact same thing.
Fucking loser.
And he looks like you. It's crazy.
Loser, bro. What a dork. Anyways,
continue. Sorry.
Now that dude, he was boom. They pushed my sister, and like my sister too. She's a nice girl. She's a year younger than me.
Yeah.
And this other girl is just chola, bro, like a little thugged out Mexican chick.
Yeah.
And the dude was there. He was like yelling at her. It was nerd day too. It was like homecoming week, and I remember I was dressed up as like a big ass like glasses with no lens. Like I was wearing a bow tie. I was flooding.
That's so funny.
And I remember, I swear to God, bro, he was like yelling at her. I remember I just pushed him. We posted up. And then like he tried to kick me, and I was in boxing that month, and then I went boom, 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 and then like he ducked and I kneed him, and then like they separated us, and like I won that, bro. I get home, he's outside my house.
They're like ding ding. All right, go
with
again.
Like 10 dudes, bro. He's outside my house with like 10 dudes, and then I call the homies, and they pull up, and we're like, let's go to the park down the street. When we start just rumbling. And then
damn.
And then we start fighting this and that, and it was a rumble. And then he got deported like a month later.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because he was a troublemaker, but the little kid was like a bad kid, bro. Like he was. Dude,
like, you got into a lot of fight. I didn't get into any fights.
But I didn't really fight though. Like I didn't fight. I just remember like I was down, but I was just younger. Now as an older guy, yeah, I don't mess around like at all, bro. Because everyone has a gun these days, bro. I don't really mess around.
They didn't really have them back then?
Not in high school, bro. Like everybody, you know. Nowadays, bro, I mean, like mostly, like, you know, like especially in Dallas, bro. Like, I wouldn't. If you want to argue with me, or if you're calling me stuff, or I'm gonna say that you're right. I'll apologize. Say, hey, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to do that, man. If you took it that way, I apologize.
Was there a single event that made you be like, I gotta chill?
I mean, you know, unfortunately, you know, I know people that have gotten killed, bro. Like, you know, in stupid situations, like where it could have just been settled with like I'm sorry. Egos. People die, bro, for the stupidest shit, and that's why
I was at the Domain up north. I was up there once. We're in the Wanderlust bar, and with some of my friends, my buddy bumps into some guy, and the guy walks over, pulls a gun out of his jacket, and he's like, "What the fuck did you bump me for?" And we're all like, "Whoa." And we're like, "Hey, man, no problem." Because you guys have a fucking problem? And we're like, "No problem. We're all cool. Like, everything's good." And I put my hand on his shoulder, and I'm like, "We are sorry. Sorry about that." And he's like, "That's right, motherfuckers." And then he turns around, and I was just like, dude, that's
a loser, bro. Like, people like that are like sick. They're like sad. That's why, like, bro, that's why you never know who you're dealing with. That's why I respect. I'm nice to everybody, bro. Like, unless you give me like a chance, but like, I mean, a reason to, and I'll still like be like, I'm not trying to fight, bro. You know how precious my teeth are, bro? Like, I'm not gonna ruin these.
Yeah,
bro.
I had a buddy lose a tooth in a fight.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's not worth it, bro. I'm not trying to fight. I'm not trying to argue with nobody, bro. I'm way too grown, and if it gets to that level and you take out a gun, Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll suck your dick, bro.
I was like, your dick's how good.
But
That's funny.
yeah, nah, man. I'm a peaceful person, bro. I'm spirited fool, bro. That's my whole thing, bro. Spirited, and I'm a fool. Peace.
That's good.
I burn fucking sage. How am I gonna fight somebody if I burn sage in my room this morning? I'm not, bro.
Yeah.
Good vibes.
Yeah, that is good. Burning sage is the move.
But look, if it gets two, I got that thing on me too, though. It is what it is. So.
Hey, but I'm still a fool. I'll fucking Glock you up.
Yeah, but not in Austin. Not just in general. Nah, man. I don't condone. I don't like guns, and I don't condone everyone having one. I have a bunch, but still, but like I don't like it. I don't like that we have to have them.
I don't have any. I just never had one. Yeah, right. Everyone's like, yeah.
Nah, bro. It's just like, but it's something that I grew up. That's how I bonded with my dad too, growing up. Like he had, we'll go to the, shooting range, or in Mexico, we'll, shoot stuff.
I grew up in like the Bay, so very like liberal, no gun kind of place.
I mean, we're liberal, I guess, but we just had guns.
But we got guns. I mean, this place is liberal, but it's not as liberal as like Silicon Valley, California.
Yeah, they just don't let you. Over here, you just can have it,
Yeah.
You just have, like my dad one time, we were just hanging out. He just comes in with a semi-automatic shotgun. He's like, hey, look what I got.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit, let's go shoot it.
Yeah, I remember the first time I moved here, and a friend of mine had a shotgun that he sawed off.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And I was like, that's scary. Because I had never seen a gun before. I was like, that's fucking terrifying. And he's like, nah, it's normal. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, for home defense, like people get shotguns, but still, like, damn, if you ever have to use it, you're gonna have a hole in your wall, bro.
Yeah, you gotta do drywall work, like that Bill Burr bit.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one, but
He's like, if I get a shotgun, I was thinking I don't want to use it because then I have to do a bunch of drywall work if someone breaks into my house.
Yeah.
It's like, so I'm looking for something like a pistol. And then the guy at the gun shop goes, you don't want a pistol because you're going to go bang, 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 miss every shot. You want a shotgun. But
yeah, my roommate just got his first gun, and we're gonna go to the shooting range. I think today or tomorrow.
yeah,
Yeah.
I went to a shooting range once. It was very, very entertaining.
You got military homies. Tell military homies to take you to their tactical ranges, bro.
Yeah.
Those are fun, dude.
What's the difference?
Here, I don't like the ones that are inside. I just feel like, bro, you're with strangers at different levels of like
Of gun knowledge.
Yeah, you don't never know what mind state they're in, bro.
Yeah,
I feel so paranoid in these places, bro.
Yeah.
The ones that are like the tactical ones, you get like a whole lot to yourself. It's just
that's
you.
cool.
You can set up your own shit and do your own drills. Those are cool. I feel at ease in those.
Yeah.
When I go to the ones like inside, I'm just like always kind of like.
There's that range down on I-35. If you've been there, the range.
I've never actually been to a range in Austin, bro. I just in Dallas and around DFW.
Yeah, it was expensive as fuck though. The
Bro?
ammo is so expensive.
Oh no, yeah. You're supposed to buy it buy it outside, bro.
Buy it outside and bring it.
Yeah. Full metal jackets.
Yeah, I got to do that next time. Yeah, I brought a friend. Anytime I take a friend from out of town, or even out of the country, like I had a Brazilian guy that was staying with me. He's a friend of my cousin's, and he was visiting for a week to see music downtown in Austin. Took him around to all the music venues. He's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Take him to Black's Barbecue. He's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Take him to see all the sights, the river. He's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Take him to the gun range. His eyes are like,
I want to shoot gun. Yeah.
dude, he was like, holy shit. He was taking photos of everything. He looked like the first time seeing the most amazing thing he's ever seen. And he was enjoying it so much. So anytime someone visits Austin now, I'm like, we should go to a gun range because
that's a unique Texas shit.
Very unique.
Take me to get gun, please. Hell yeah. Bye. Man. But yeah, man. Shoot, I'm gonna head to the crib.
You want to call it
dinner? Yeah, man. That was a good talk. I feel we got some good stuff, some good clips.
I think
that was fun, bro. It's a cool setup.
So then we'll call it till next time.